So this is the 17th adventure, The Final Tribute. It starts with a lot of you having just finished up your descent into the dragon below, where you found out from the Death Knight that was down there what the plans were that were set in motion by the Lord of Blades. Summary sheet here, I'm going to put over the map. You can reference for you anytime you like. So if you look here, the story so far gives you the information. You learn that the very last sentence there, you learn the Lord of the Blades is hunting for a secret government facility in the Ruins of Making. And the Ruins of Making is this first red. Now, this adventure starts with you guys all having traveled back to Rote, the capital of Breland, to an audience with the king of Breland. You know that Thrain is mustering forces, Onder is mustering forces, and Karnath is mustering forces to fight against the Lord of Blades. And you're going to try and get King of Breland to join in the war. So that's where we're starting. And we'll do character intros. Alaron, go ahead.
All right. Alaron is a human cleric of, can never remember the name, Dolnora, something like that. Mark of the Sentinel. He's got a weird symbol on his hand. He's your offensive caster. He'll defer to Ivan for any healing. He can cast some healings, just generally does not. He's not a life cleric. Has a melee weapon that he rarely ever pulls out. May still even have some plastic wrap on it.
Hey, you used it last time, no?
I think I took it out and swung it once. Yes. So it's got a scuff mark on it now. It's no longer brand new out of the package.
No longer mint. Can't sell it for collector value. Okay,
Right.
Cass, go ahead.
Cass is your changeling artificer, bit of a gambling addict. Shortly after meeting up with you guys, he fell off the wagon, but he has recently got back on the wagon and sworn off gambling again. Has a very bizarre looking dragon mark or tattoo-like thing is unpleasant to look at, and his alchemy skills have progressed to the point now where his fire burns even hotter than normal fire. In other words, he ignores fire resistance and treats ones as twos on his fire damage.
Okay, Ivan, go ahead.
We are the fireball party.
Leading the way of Operation Fireball from his kind of Iron Man suit, Ivan is the team's healer. He starts out by giving everyone some 22 tempies.
Jesus.
If you don't already have them. He's had Cass help affix a few of his magic items to his armor.
So for all of you, if you click your token, you'll see 3 numbers across the top. Top left is your hit points, middle is your temporary hit points, and top right is your elevation. So use those numbers to update your temporary hit points and your elevation.
How are you able to change the colors?
Change the colors? It's in the gear tab. Actually, not the gear tab. It's in the
game settings. Right?
Game settings when you go to the website. Okay, that was Ivan. Merithil.
Merithil is a House Thorani agent, rumored to be perhaps a House Thorani assassin. She is also a Mark of the Shadow Elf. Follows a vengeance path in her paladin-y pursuits. Is often seen with a double-bladed scimitar astride a Pegasus.
Next is Roban.
Roban is terrible at making almost every save. He still can't remember much. He does think he's related to an ancient Warforged god named C3PO. He's along for the ride to figure this out.
And last, Root.
Root is a former soldier, half-elf from the last war. He saw some terrible things and is trying to return to nature as a druid to heal his wounds. And along his way, he's looking to do good where he can.
So the adventure starts with you arriving in Rote. Here's a picture of the city for you in your airship. You've been summoned to a meeting with the king, Bornel Irwinarn. The capital of Breland is an elegant city of tree-lined boulevards, and standing on a rocky isle in the middle of the river that flows through the city is the Broken Blade Castle, the ancestral home of Breland's rulers. You're escorted through the keep to the Great Hall. Sitting there on a massive throne of stone and wood, ruler of Breland for the nearly 4 decades. To his left is a man of ample build, dressed in flowing sky-blue silk robes. And to the king's right stands a gleaming warforged and a golden cloak. Stretched out lazily in front of a roaring fire nearby are 2 large muscular tigers with white and black stripes and wicked-looking claws. The king speaks. He says, "Welcome to Broken Blade Castle. I've heard good things about you from my many eyes and ears across Corvair." Then he asks you to introduce yourselves, which we just did. You all start with inspiration. You all start with a hero point. And then after the introductions, the king says, "Allow me to introduce Ambassador Peter Gerard." He gestures to the man who's dressed in the sky blue. That man bows to you with a flourish. And he says, "And this is 3, King's Protector and my friend," indicating the Warforged. And the Warforged, 3, nods slightly. The king continues, "The mysteries of the Draconic prophecy confound us, and my sages see nothing but turmoil in its verses. Yet one thing is clear. Your company is entwined with the fate of my realm. What have you learned of the threat posed to Breland by the Lord of Blades?"
It's the threat that's posed to all of those who are not, and Merithil indicates 3 of a strictly mechanical nature. In fact, they have become quite fanatical in their hate for those they term meat bags or flesh bags, and probably some of it justified. However, their solution is that that all of those who are not Warforged must submit or die, and perhaps even submission is death. So it is a threat towards everybody.
Now that the Lord of Blades has the Oracle of Bones, and if he can discover the secrets in the ruins of making, he may have the power to pose a real threat to your kingdom.
And we also think he has an Oracle of War as well, right? Because Sulfur
It's
made him
the Oracle
one.
of that's the Oracle of Bones.
Okay, that's
Okay, so the king's hanging on your guys' every word. Anyone else have anything to add to that? Well, you've shared the important things, so that's good. The king says, "I have an important mission for you. The Lord of Blades presents a grievous threat to the peace that we have brokered at the end of the last war, and we must deal with him. We must find this creation forge in making before he does. House Kenneth is pleading ignorance and claiming any record of the forge's construction was lost in the morning. The operation must have been highly classified, I agree, but there's a good chance the Syrian royalty would have known of its existence."
Hey, didn't we find a forge and rescue a dwarf? Is that not the same thing?
You did, but no, not the same thing.
Okay, all right, sorry.
No
That's
problem.
why I'm a robot and not smart.
You can tell Alaron that this Warforged that's by the king is likely a paladin of your same god.
whatever his name is.
Whatever that god's name is. The king says we must find the creation forge. He continues, "I'm sending..."
I send him the secret signals, you know.
Okay. The king continues, "I'm sending Peter here to New Sire to meet with Prince Orgev and obtain the location of the creation forge." So you guys are here in Road. New Sire is here, and this is where a lot of the refugees from Sire, and there's a prince there who was part of the royal family of Sire. The king continues, "I'd like you to go with him. Take your Oracle of War and present your testimony to the prince. Prince Orgev wants to reclaim the moorland for Seer, so he's no friend of the Lord of Blades. If you can earn the prince's confidence and learn the location of this secret facility, Breland's armies will join forces with Thrains, Anders, and Karnaths, and will march there together to put a stop to the Lord of Blades once and for all. Peter has a few things to attend to before the trip, so you have a couple of hours to purchase supplies." And with that, some of the king's guard brings in chests full of gold for you.
Whoa.
He says this is for you to equip before the mission. 1,200 gold each.
Hot dog.
And since you shared your knowledge of the Creation Forge with King Bornell, each of you also gains a potion of heroism. Did you have some questions?
Specifically, and if let's just say that Merithil's knowledge of up to about halfway through what we've done is really good, and then the second half not so good right now. The Lord of the Blades is still in control of Argonth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was a Breelish war implement. Yeah. Is there someone here that can give us any information on perhaps how to disable it, or if there's like a special shaft in the top that?
Yeah, actually, it was lost in the battle. It crashed in the battle.
It crashed. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that part. I just knew that it was his fault that.
Yeah.
That's not actually what happened in at least our session.
What happened in your session?
Well, the one that you ran.
Yeah.
They sailed off away from us. We escaped. We escaped and
out the back end, right?
Out the back end, yeah.
That was my recollection.
Okay, so then yeah, maybe he does have it. It does only say it was lost during the battle.
Oh, like they lost it. Maybe.
Yeah, we fucked that up.
You lost it.
We're
Yeah.
pretty sure the Lord of Blades has it. We didn't. No. The Lord of Buckets. I mean, well,
Yeah,
whatever the fuck his real
Lord
name
Bucket
is.
was dead before we lost.
I mean, that
'Cause
was. I mean, well,
we
that's his fault.
allowed him to
So,
shuffle off this
all right.
little quill.
How big of potions are we allowed to buy?
You can purchase healing potions is all. The biggest thing you buy.
Okay.
No, wait, you can buy greater healing too.
Can we?
They're 100 gold each.
And before I just drop these on my character sheet, is this like, are we returning these after the adventure, or
No, the 1,200 gold is yours to keep. In confidence, in good faith that you will carry out the mission, of course.
So if we spend the gold now, we deduct it from our character sheet, right?
Correct.
Okay.
No, you don't have to. You have 1,200 gold in addition to what you have on your character.
That is hot. All right.
While
I'm
you
gonna
guys are
buy some
shopping, Peter says, "Don't worry, Your
some-
Majesty. I have every confidence Prince Orgev will be unable to resist our considerable charms." So,
Is 3 going with us by chance?
no, 3's not.
Is there some way that Marithil can get the ear of the king outside of 3's company?
Yeah.
I would like to share about Big Bertha's betrayal, and
Oh, yeah.
that unfortunately all Warforged, regardless of how loyal they've been in the past, need to be watched as the influence of the Lord of Blades is spreading.
Right. Maybe we should get like a camp to put them all in.
Wow. I mean, just until the war is over.
Maybe just
is
intern
that
them.
what you're saying?
Just intern them for a little bit.
Oh,
That's what you're saying.
yeah. I mean, they won't be prisoners. It's for their safety as well as everyone else's, right? Because we don't want the population to rise up
Right.
against them either.
No.
That's exactly right.
It's not racism.
That is an
That's
easy
not what
slope
that
to go
is.
down. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's like, damn.
It's not that.
Oh, that's dark.
Well, now should we have? Okay. Anyways, I want to make sure that I understand material components right. If it says that a material component is an ornate stone and metal lockbox worth at least 400 gold pieces, every time you cast a spell, you have to spend that. Is that correct?
No. It'll say if it gets used.
That's what okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
Like if you look up True Seeing, it'll say 25 gold pieces of ointment is used.
Okay, perfect.
And if you look up Revivify, 300 gold pieces and diamonds are used.
Awesome.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, one's a focus and one's a material. The focus is permanent. Okay, so when you're ready, when you've purchased what you need to purchase, move your token 1 square up, and we'll get the ship on the road.
I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to stockpile for when the itch gets too strong and the tables
you already
fall
have
me.
like 5,000 gold.
With this 1,200, I'll have 5,800 gold. I don't know what the hell to spend it on.
I need 7,500. That's what I need. But even
For
with
what?
this 1,200, I don't have it.
Is that barding?
That's barding for the Pegasus.
Fuck you, Shane.
I'm gonna find some way to get that +1 by the end. All right.
Move your guy up when you're done, Ivan and Marathon.
Yep.
Also, let's take care of what your standard daily spells might be. Death wards and aids and such.
Yeah. I do aid on Marathil, Roban, and I think Alaron.
Is that 5 or 10?
Just 5.
And I will use all my 4th and 5th to death ward everyone but Roban.
Oh shit. Okay.
Nice.
Thanks, Dad.
Just double check. I don't have anything else.
This is
I
why I
should-
have to bring the wood later.
Right.
Well, maybe I should buy some diamonds for my Revivify that I always forget I have.
Be good.
Tom, as long as you're bringing the wood, I'll be doing foresight on myself.
Foresight. Okay, good.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
at that point of life. Damn. All right.
Yep.
We're level 17.
Yeah. Shit just got real.
Okay. Your journey to New Seer is enlivened by the entertaining tales of the ambassador, who turns out to be a most convivial travel companion. You're met on arrival by a carriage emblazoned with Seer's coat of arms, a golden crown and a bell on a green field above a hammer and bellows. After a brief wait, while the ambassador purchases a copy of the Breland Ledger from a street vendor, you are bound for Prince Orgev's villa. Tents and makeshift huts have been erected everywhere to house the large numbers of refugees who fled here from the Mournland. The muddy streets are overrun with rats, and the people look starving, ill, or both. Suddenly, the carriage stops moving. The coach has gotten stuck in the mud. Almost immediately, the vehicle is surrounded by a crowd of people asking for help. "We need food," one says. "We're starving," says another. "My daughter has the plague. Can you help her?" asks a third, thrusting a small child covered with hideous weeping sores through the carriage window.
Marathil will touch the child and cure disease with lay on hands.
Oh, nice. Okay. Anyone else want to do some healing or anything?
Are they asking for healing? Like
yeah.
straight up healing?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'll use a one of my from my ring, one of my charges from my ring to cast a cure light wounds.
Anyone else?
I'll offer services, but if I can't, then I'll give him if that doesn't work, I'll give him a regular potion.
Okay, yeah, mark off a regular potion.
And I'll do a cure light.
Cure light. Alaron, anything for you, Alaron?
Aren't
you the necromancer who likes studying dead people?
No, that's not me.
Okay.
No,
oh wait, no, that's Ivan, isn't it?
That's Ivan. Yeah.
Former dropout.
I mean, proficient in medicine. No, I will not be spending any spell slots.
How about you, Ivan?
Also proficient in medicine.
No, I'm not proficient in medicine. Is what I was saying.
Can I offer medical aid?
You have anything that's magic? It's going to take a little bit of magic.
I'll give a cure light.
Cure light. Okay. Everyone but Alaron, increase your hero points to 2. The grateful townfolk help you free the carriage from the mud. Do any of you want to ask anything of the townsfolk as they're getting your carriage unstuck?
Singing anything odd or anything like that?
Okay.
Any signs of the Lord of Blades?
Got it.
Mirthel wants to ask what, if anything, the rulers here have done to help the plight of the people.
Got it. Okay. The whole place is overrun by rats. You can see that all around. The people are all starving, ill.
You said overrun by bats?
By rats. R-A-T-S. Yeah. One little fella says, these rats have been spreading plague through the town. Everyone's catching it. But House Jarasco, they've sent healers, but the disease is still running rampant. You know House Jarasco is mainly a halfling house and used across the realms as healers. And even though they're here, the disease is still running rampant. You learn
Did it start suddenly, or
it's been spreading plague through the town in recent weeks. Yeah, just started within like a couple weeks.
This might be an attack.
You learn that New Sire is you see farmland. You saw that from your ship as you're approaching. It's got a big population, so it's like on the verge of not being able to keep up farmland wise. But you find out from a few people that the crops have failed this year. So there's for sure not going to be enough food to go around.
Like inexplicably they failed? Or they just didn't get enough rain and they were
You can't find anyone who knows.
Okay.
No one can tell you why exactly. The townsfolk's suffering had led some of them to rise up in revolt against the prince. About 2 weeks ago, the rats started spreading within about a month. And then about 2 weeks ago, there was kind of a revolt. And the prince's soldiers... This is Prince Orgav, the prince you're coming to see. His soldiers responded with brutal violence to put down. And lastly, you have several people say that Breland just doesn't care about us. They treat us like second-class citizens. Why else would they ignore what's going on here? It's about all you get from the refugees. But they help you get the wagon going.
Breland and New Seer, okay.
Yeah.
This is still Breland. So
you're in Breland and New Seer, the refugee camp, yeah.
Yeah.
So once the carriage is on its way again, it climbs a cobbled street past bigger houses to the prince's villa. The villa is a large, whitewashed, 2-story mansion with a red-tiled roof, and it's at the end of a tree-lined gravel drive. Servants dressed in green and gold livery take care of your party's luggage. The ambassador and you are shown to your rooms in the guest wing to freshen up before dinner with the prince.
Before we get there, or before I part from the ambassador, I would like to question him about, is this normal behavior for this prince? Is there not more expected?
No, this does seem odd. Be on the lookout for anything strange. I would say. We'll see if we can get to the bottom of it. In your travels with Peter, none of you have really sensed any kind of deviousness or anything in him. He definitely plays up the playboy role type of thing. He is always impeccably dressed. Every day you've seen him, he's been impeccably dressed. Always with the latest fashions. Always got some Breelish blue on him somewhere. Probably in his early 40s, you'd say. Neat, close-cropped beard, dark, wavy brown hair, witty, charming, and you suspect he's a lot wilier than he looks, though.
Bit of a facade, right?
Yeah, puts on a little bit of a facade, but in no way does it seem like he's trying to trick you or you guys or anything. Anyone else want to do anything before you're summoned to dinner?
I'm gonna ask Root for good berries, so I don't have to. Have to eat the food if I don't want.
Yes, you know what we should do? Something we never do.
Consult the Oracle of War.
Consult the Oracle of War.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
You know.
Consulting the Oracle of War. You feed it.
We really haven't had a chance to do that before now.
No.
It's a godlike item, and we've never used it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, only makes sense.
Because we like to play up.
Okay, so this large, beautifully sustained wood chest you pull out of your bag of holding. It's set with cogs and gears, 3 feet wide, 2 feet deep, 3.5 feet tall. It weighs 200 pounds, so Roban can easily take it out and set it on the ground for you.
That's why he's here.
Yeah. So you got to spend it like a minute feeding it information about the manor that you're in. And then you make a DC 10 Wisdom, Insight, or Perception group check, which you can't really fail. And then it spits out tactical advice to aid you in combat. So either you can feed it about your adversaries and your location and such like that. It can spit out information.
Well, yeah, we'll tell it about the prince and the people, the rats, the crops, the revolt.
I mean, the people you've seen here. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you get some tactical advice about how you would go about basically overthrowing the prince inside his manor.
Oh.
And you have that, and you can use the following things. You can gain surprise. You can turn 1 hit from a weapon into a critical. Per minute, you can ignore a single creature's damage resistance, or you gain 10 temporary hit points. So you have any of these 4 options should combat erupt at this dinner.
But we should also, I know that the king mentioned like using that here maybe to convince him, but let's if we don't think this guy is completely on the up and up, let's keep that in our bag until we're convinced that he's
You're summoned to dinner. You're shown into an elegant dining room. Its walls hung with paintings and gilded frames of cogs and gears depicting Seer in its heyday. Seated at the head of the table is a handsome young man with dark hair, wearing a gold crown and green robes trimmed with ermine, obviously Prince Orgev. To his right is a middle-aged male halfling, with bushy sideburns and a kindly face. The prince smiles warmly as you enter and bids you welcome. Once the ambassador and you have taken your seats, dinner's served. The prince introduces the halfling as Duraz de Jorasco, his advisor on the crisis affecting New Seer. The ambassador introduces himself and all of you.
And Meritho will pop off a quick divine sense while all those introductions are going off. Right. I think that's a route.
You said the halfling's name was Duraz?
Duraz, D-I-R-A-Z. Oh, you know what? Give you some names here. I'm going to just clear a little bit off the map below where you're at now. Should see some white space below the map. So you got Borinel, the king of Breland. You got Pater, the human ambassador. You've got 3 that you met, the Warforged kings. And now you've met Orgev, who is the human prince of New Seer. And you've met Duraz, who's the halfling advisor.
Orgev would be one of the sons of Borinel. Like he is, I mean, same last name.
Same last name, so same family, but not directly related.
Okay.
They're probably like...
the Jurasco means he has a dragon mark. The fact there's a D apostrophe in front of it.
Okay, so those are the people you met so far. Now, the food that you're served is hearty Breelish cuisine, rice poached eggs with red-eye berries and beef borinel, served in honor of the king, and followed by the Syrian limoncello cake with cream. But you notice that all the portions are rather small. During the meal, Prince Orgev talks of the troubles that have beset New Seer in the recent weeks, and of the suffering endured by his people. The ambassador explains that Breland, and indeed all the 5 nations, need the prince's help in a matter of grave importance, the threat posed by the Lord of Blades. After everyone's finished eating, Prince Orgev invites you all to give your testimony and to demonstrate, if you will, the Oracle of War that he's heard about.
And quick, did the divine sense everyone was as they appeared?
Yeah, no celestials, fiends, undead. You are in good.
And didn't get any strange vibes off of him. In that case, I'd be willing to whip it out and show him.
You can also just tell him about the history too involved. You want to go through basically everything?
Yeah, we'll go through.
Yeah.
Okay. He listens intently at your descriptions. Your run-in with the Lord of Blades at Razor Crag. Your discoveries that the Warforged leader has created his own device, the Oracle of Bones, and is seeking a House Kenneth creation forge.
There at the end, Merithel's going to throw in some of the details from their encounters with the populace today and see how the room reacts.
You don't sense that the prince is really a man of the people so much. He's more spoiled royalty and expects people to do what he says. I mean, there's not severe maliciousness in his attitude, but there's also not deep caring about people. That's basically all you can kind of sense of him. He did tell his guards to, stop the revolt. Can't have that happening here in this refugee camp. You don't get the sense that he wanted them to be particularly vicious about it, but he also didn't want them to be particularly kind about it.
He's just kind of a dick.
He's kind of a dick.
Willing to let lots of people die.
He, let's see, what else do you get out of it? I mean, he's just very focused on Seer rising again. Very focused on getting back into Seer as its king.
So he's like a Romanov exile.
Maybe.
We've been watching Peaky Blinders in our house. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but season 3 is all about that.
He seems very confident that they will make it. He's lacking a little bit in charisma.
And we're here to get him to support the war effort against the Lord of Blades.
Well, you're mainly here to get him to reveal to you where
because
this creation forge is in making. Because you think
he's how
he should know. Yeah, he's royalty.
Well, no, Sire is where the the creation forge is. So
yeah.
House Cannith isn't giving us the information, so we're hoping he will.
Yep, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
He asked
so then
you
Mirthil is gonna play up the importance of House Cannith and their skills and
well, he's not with House Cannith.
I thought he was.
No, he's with Sire. He was a royal part of the Siren royal family, the only surviving member of the Siren royal family in exile. House Cannith had their their headquarters in Sire, and that's where all the creation forges were.
Okay.
So they're allied in a sense with the Siren, but he's not actually a member of House Cannith. House Cannith is a dragon marked house, so they're neutral in all of it.
Okay. So do you whip out the Oracle of War?
Yes.
Okay. As everyone gathers around, the Oracle suddenly activates of its own accord, emitting a puff of purple smoke and a whirring sound. It speaks. It says, "When times are dark, look for the serpent hiding among the trees." After saying this piece, the Oracle falls silent again. Peter and Orgev are clearly excited by the Oracle's pronouncement, and you notice a brief look of concern crossing the Halfling's face, the Halfling Duraz.
Can't trust short people, you know that.
Is House Duraz, is their mark or their symbol, does it have anything to do with trees?
He's Jurasco.
Jurasco. Yeah, sorry, Jurasco.
Trees. I don't think they do.
Dragon marks are just kind of like swirly designs.
Yeah.
No, I just meant just in general of trying to think if we recognize trees, because I know it was the king rides in green and from the old one it was very because you described the crest for the house here from this
House Jurasco's crest is a griffin with 2 hands over it,
and the other one was like a bellows over a forge and something.
Mm-hmm.
Can you say or write down what that prophecy was again?
Type it out for you.
That's me. That's not Tom. I'm just curious about.
Oh, okay. Now that sounds spot on. Very close.
Hiding.
Okay, let's see how you guys did in your presentations. We're going to do a group persuasion check just to see how won over the prince was. None of you insulted the prince, so none of you automatically fail. Okay. We'll start with Alaron.
Missed opportunity, Kirk.
Yeah.
Alaron, charisma persuasion check. This is not something that you can guidance because it's kind of the whole conversation. That's a success.
Right,
so you know the DC is not higher than 21. Cass. Charisma persuasion check.
Who'd you say?
Cass.
Oh, me. Okay, here we go. And
this isn't a dwarf.
He's not a dwarf.
No. I'm going to flash of genius that.
Okay. So you're up to.
So that's going to make it a 16.
11. You get +5 for flash, so 16. Okay. 16 is a failure, so you're between 16 and 21. Ivan.
Can you use hero points after you know if it's a failure?
You can't.
Oh no.
You're at 12 so
you're
far.
at a 12. I mean,
And we need 16.
Higher than.
No, but we need to higher then. Here, I'll go because I'm good at it.
No. Let's see what he's.
Let's do one at a time.
Is that on saves?
Damn.
Or is this a check?
So you're up to 18. Fail a save or miss an attack is not a save.
I'd have to roll pretty good on a hero point.
That's all good. I'll go next.
What's your final answer there, Ivan? 12?
12.
Okay. Marathon.
Marathil is going to use inspiration.
Okay.
And that is a
nice inspiration.
23.
23 is a success. Roban.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me use my inspiration. I mean, why not?
We need one more, so.
Okay, so there's a 10.
Can we flash again, or?
No, just one time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I can't do anything. I fail.
Root.
Yeah, I did put it right there. All right, hold on. Let me mute myself.
You're muted if you're talking, Dave.
That looks like a 12.
12, okay. So you weren't super persuasive with the prince. Finally, the ambassador summarizes, appealing directly to the prince for help. He says, "You've heard how these brave adventurers made a stand against the tyranny of the Lord of Blades. As a surviving member of Seer's royal family, I'm sure you're privy to the secret location of the House Cannith Creation Forge in the Ruins of Making. Will you share where to find this facility and help us stop the Lord of Blades?" The prince turns to Duraz, the halfling next to him, and asks for his view. Duraz suggests, the information Breland seeks sounds very valuable. A donation from King Borinel in return could fund our healers, our emergency food supplies, and heal your populace, Prince. I suggest 100,000 gold, which is an immense sum.
What if they help provide supplies, since all the gold in the world can't buy what a store doesn't have?
Or what if we find the cause of the plague and famine and put a stop to it? And as I say this, I look at Duraz to Durasco, and I say, permanently.
Prince Orgev considers for a moment, notices the interplay between you, and he says 100,000 gold, whether in supplies or gold, as you suggest, for the location of the Creation Forge. I'm very grateful to King Borinel for allowing me to establish New Seer, but I must think of the welfare of my people. Right now, I need significant funds to right the wrongs plaguing our town, and to build a proper home for our refugees. Peter, your ambassador friend, looks slightly taken aback by the prince's demands, but soon regains his composure. The ambassador explains the amount is higher than he can approve without consulting his king, and the evening ends with Peter saying he'll contact King Borinel tonight with a view to resuming the discussions in the morning. And that is it for the night. So you guys will meet again with the king or the prince in the morning.
Let's go put the squeeze on someone tonight, y'all. We already
Do
had
whatever you
tactic.
want to, Josh.
Whoa.
All
I'm
right.
gonna say, maybe we can investigate the halfling. I mean, if we think he's corrupt, then being able to produce that information come the argument in the morning would absolutely discredit anything that they had to say.
Agreed.
So the halfling and a few other House Jarasco healers retire to the gardens, where there's you overhear a house where they stay. You are escorted, maybe against your wishes, to your rooms. Do you try and say, no, we don't want to go to our rooms, we're going to go follow that halfling? Or do you go to your rooms and try and secretly go after the halfling later?
I say we secretly go after.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got an invisibility spell itching to be cast.
So Wernem is the prince's supervision, rather brusque steward, and Wernem, Wernem, sees you to your rooms. Servants take you, whatever after dinner drinks you want, or towels, or anything like that. And
Is
then
Pater
finally,
staying with us?
what was that?
Is Pater like in the same area as us? He's like staying with us. He's not off on his own.
Nearby, you all have your own rooms. None of you have to have, be in a common. So you can go check out. You want to wait till everyone kind of settles in and try and sneak out and find. Okay.
Yes, please.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Let's see, Dave.
wait,
is
hold on, do I have-
Pass Without Trace something you can?
I can, yeah.
Is everyone down for checking out this
Yeah,
halfling?
I'm definitely going to need the pass without trace option.
Right. Maybe we just put you in the bag of holding and then point you.
Actually, I'm not too bad stealth-wise.
He doesn't need to breathe, so the bag of holding would work.
Right.
I'm tempted to use the oil of etherealness to just
Oh, damn.
scout.
I've got one as well. I've got one of those, and I can also cast invisibility. I believe it's part of my market shadow. In fact, I think it's technically on my spell list. We can generally upcast invisibility, right? That's enough upcastable
For multiple people, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Josh, can you upcast it? 'Cause I can do.
Oh, upcast invisibility? Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I can do 2, 3. I mean, I can get 4 of us. I'd prefer to leave my 5th level slot, so I can get 3 of us with the 4th level slot.
I'll do a 4. You could do 3 of us with the 4th level.
Yep.
And then I could get the other 2 with the 2nd level.
And then
Or
maybe.
third, did I say 2nd? I meant 3rd level.
Yeah, and before we do that, let's have Dave. Let's have Root do Pass Without Trace, and then then one of us can hit him with invisibility. So we're rocking both.
Sounds good.
Okay. So you sneak out of your rooms, invisible as you are and passed without trace, and have no trouble making your way toward the gardens where you suspect this house might be. So if you look over here, you have first you come probably through this door over here. So this is like a common area adjacent to your guys' rooms. You come out the door where you're on top of a 20-foot high overlook of the gardens. The gardens that are down below you are lit up by the moonlight, and they're splendid. There's gravel paths dividing the formal garden into rectangular beds, each planted with carefully shaped conifers and neatly trimmed low hedges formed into geometric patterns. An impressive brass armillary sphere stands on a plinth in the center of the garden, flanked by 4 large metal sculptures. Beyond are an ornate fountain and rows of lemon and orange trees. You see, on the far side of the garden, equally as high as you guys are, is another like informal garden area. And in the wall there's a cave, a very large cave mouth. And then this building over here is where the halfling healers go. That's where they're staying.
Well, this is trees, y'all. I mean, if we're looking for serpents in the trees, this could be it.
I agree.
Because it's probably been an hour. Can we bust out the Oracle of War, like find a hidden place when we're within 500 feet of this and consult the Oracle of War about this situation? And does the armillary sphere look like ornamental, or does it look perhaps,
looks like it would work.
Functional?
It would, let's see. It's made of concentric brass rings, about 5 feet diameter, mounted on a marble plinth. It should be able to tell time by the position of the sun during the day, you would think, just by glancing at it, seeing what happens when you activate it. Here we go. Okay. So you guys are going to activate the Oracle. Where do you want to be standing?
If there's like a little room off to the side or something, that'd be great.
So you could do it right over here behind these tables. You could do it in this common room you were in before. People could come and go, though. You could do it in the shadow of the balcony down below here.
Yeah, whichever one of those places seems the most secluded.
No one's come and gone outside since you've come out and looked.
And this only takes a few minutes. Yeah, we can maybe down here in the shadows. What do y'all think?
Go and put you guys down there. The device trembles as hatches on its sides suddenly retract, releasing a trio of mechanical pigeons. These constructs swoop through the gardens, fly off into the cave and the armillary sphere, etc., only to reappear a few moments later and return to their compartments. As the hatches slide shut, the device speaks. The thing has malfunctioned. 3 distinct voices, 2 female and 1 male, speak in unison from the speaking trumpet. Bound together we are 3. A gift from you is our plea. Something kept but rarely shared. For once it's given, it's forever impaired.
Say again?
No answer.
Could you copy and paste that for us?
No, it was pretty quick.
I'm going to go ahead and claim no responsibility in breaking that. That's on you fuckers.
So Kaz was not paying attention. He was reading about the recent invasion of Ondare into the Eldian reaches and the sanctions that are being imposed against Ondare by surrounding nations.
Well, it was something like we are 3. There's something about like once it's given, it's impaired.
So it's asking for a baby batter?
But it was the 3. It definitely said the 3 speak as 1. Well, I definitely think we should check out the cave first.
It's a good spot for
so does it look like the cave was like, I don't know, just such a weird spot? Like everything else is so like straight and like uniform and organized. Does it look like the cave was added like after the fact? That makes sense. Like the rows, or the rows go like neatly up to it and then like neatly open to the wide cave mouth. Like it's been there a long time and it's always been a part of the features here.
It looks like it's been here for quite some time, given the growth around it. So like maybe it was a natural thing that was incorporated, into the garden.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still down for checking the cave first if y'all are.
Sneak on down to the cave.
Yep.
Yes, please.
Like it.
Map. You'll see a map of the cave. So here it is there. The cave. The opening is about 20 feet wide, 15 to 20 feet tall, just shy of the garden that's above it. It kind of descends steeply down so that the floor of it's maybe 10 feet below the garden level. And there's a pool of water in the middle of the floor that you can see. The whole place is dimly lit by some ever-bright lanterns. The walls are decorated with mosaics made from shells and colored glass. There's marble statues of nymphs standing in niches in the walls. The statue in the southeast corner holds a crystal sphere. Looks to be about 3 feet deep, and it holds glittering gems and gold and jewelry of quite a lot of value. A rose-pink dragon shard is embedded in the south wall. So that is all right.
Those dragon shards are, how so much of the like quasi like techno magic it is done. I say it was done, but is done.
This is a check you can't make with guidance because either you know it or you don't.
Oh, I know it.
If you are trained in Arcana, make an Intelligence Arcana check. You guys are all right.
Guidance.
That is a 24.
Boom.
Son of a bitch.
Cass, you examine this dragon shard, and you think that it can teleport those attuned to it, you kind of gasp for a second, you're taken aback. You think it would teleport those who are attuned to it, or who it's attuned to, or who it's set to work for, to Argonessen. Argonessen is the home of dragons in Eberron.
All right, let's go ahead and take that stone.
Like in the wall. I don't know if we can.
It's embedded in the south wall. You can definitely try and chip it away and get it out of there.
Tom, I can pull.
Can you hold 900
pounds? Yes.
I think that's more than Shane's old barbarian could hold.
Not anywhere close, actually. Got the calculations posted on the web somewhere. Oh goodness!
Are you going to try and chip it out of there and take it?
I think that's a bad idea, honestly. But if y'all are totally for it,
Where do we think
that means someone here is going someplace they shouldn't. Are we not?
I'm sorry. Did you say that we knew where it teleported you to?
To the land of dragons.
Argonessen. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought you said.
Does it also look like it's been here for a while? Because it said the cave had been here for a while.
Yeah, it looks like it has.
Do we know how to activate it to teleport?
No, you're not sure.
I don't think we should.
I don't think we should mess. That's
You don't think this is the serpent in the trees? Dragon is a serpent.
Okay, so
it could be, but there's no coming back from ripping that out of the wall. Right now, we're just grabbing a nightcap after hours.
All right, go wherever we're going.
I think we go check out the
Carefully exit the cave, and you're going to go check out the Halfling Compound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So you carefully reconnoiter the Halfling Compound, and there are no Halflings in it.
Whoa.
Nor does it appear that they stay here. And furthermore, you find a secret exit out of this place into the city proper, or into the grounds around the manor. So there's a secret exit. So you think these
really halflings?
You think these halflings that come and go, they can come and go at will, basically through a secret exit.
And they're not staying here. Like, not there now, or like we don't think they're staying here at all.
You don't think they stay there?
Someplace. Yeah.
You don't find beds or anything.
If there was a room that their leader would have, like, can I find that? Long story short, I'm looking for a personal object or something to use to scry Jarasco.
Mm-hmm. The single-story building.
Duras.
Yeah, it's a single-story building. There's like nothing left behind. That's how you know they don't stay here. You'll probably be missed pretty soon if you don't get back to your beds.
No, we
found
put
everything out we can.
pillows underneath the covers.
I know. Yeah.
All right. Well, should we go share what we found out with the ambassador, or?
You come back to the ambassador's room,
And the ambassadors.
fearing the worst, and the door is slightly ajar when you.
All right, we'll go check it out.
All right.
Should have chipped that.
Or Marathon will check it out.
Inside the room, you see the ambassador. You see a human sitting at a table with him. There's a bottle of Kuryeva gin between the two of them. The ambassador's startled, and he says, I didn't expect company, at least not your company. You should forget what you've seen here and go back to your rooms.
We recognize the person he's with?
You don't. You do not recognize. He's a human. Not a human you've ever seen before.
Obviously, we need to have a quick word with you before we leave.
We've discovered something important.
It's for your own good. You can tell me in the morning. We'll meet before the audience. Really, the less you know, the better.
It could be that the less you know, the worse.
Have I given you any reason not to trust me?
No, that's fine.
You're not the issue. Right?
Yeah. Look. I say we take him up on that, but I'm memorizing the guy's face.
Okay. And then you could probably watch the room too if you wanted, or do you just want to go to your own rooms?
Yeah, let's watch the room. Let's do that.
Oh yeah. I've got arcane eye.
I was gonna say, oh well, fucking A. Yeah. I'm also gonna take note. Does it look like the guest is also drinking or something?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm gonna try to note which cup is theirs.
Got it. Okay. Let's see.
So I cast arcane eye.
You cast arcane eye. Okay. So you leave. You watch the door. That man leaves. Don't know how fast is arcane eye?
It moves 30 feet in any direction.
Okay. So you're going to try and keep up with him as he leaves?
You're
going to try and keep up with him as he leaves the manor? Okay. So he leaves the manor and heads into the city. You're following with the arcane eye. Do you want to go talk to the ambassador or just leave him be?
Let's. I don't know. Merita wants to go talk to him. There's something going on.
Okay.
I mean, either he needs to know about it or he's involved with it. But
so you come back in. And he invites you, and he says, "I'm sorry I was so short with you. I can't tell you who that was, but suffice it to say he's on our side. He's just bringing me some information. I think you already suspect the same thing, that Duraz to Jorasco is behind the recent misfortunes."
Well, at the very least, yeah, it definitely seems so.
Okay.
The house where they stay, they don't actually stay there. We discovered a secret entrance, or I'm going to give them the whole spiel.
Okay.
Tell them about the dragon shard, the whole thing.
He shares with you some of the things that he has learned as well. Let's see what he shares with you. So he said, there's something definitely fishy about that halfling. I don't know if he's really with House Jorasco or if he's not with House Jorasco, but there's something going on. He thinks they're not really healers because he's seen no evidence of real healing. Maybe they're actually spreading the plague and not. There's been some strange sightings at the farms nearby. Just a lot of. He was going to give me more information, but he thought it would be suffice it to say. I think in the morning we need to go talk to Orgev, give him Bornell's permission for the money, and get this done with. You can certainly go after trying to figure out what's going on with this, House Jorasco guy, but I'd avoid him if I were you. Meanwhile, you're following what's his name through the city. Let's see here. He comes to a bakery situated at the end of a row of 2-story buildings. You see there's a handwritten sign pinned to the front door which reads closed. It's locked. He has a key and he unlocks it and then locks it again. He walks through. You could try to risk moving the eye through. It's invisible, but if he has any kind of special senses and it gets really close to him, he might have a chance of seeing it. Do you want to risk that, or you want to keep it outside the door and look through windows after he goes in?
I'll look through windows.
Okay, so he goes inside. You move to a window to try and look inside. You see the downstairs is deserted. Everything's covered in fine layer of flowery dust. He goes upstairs to a second floor. Your eye's moving up to the second floor. As your eye comes up to the top, you see in the room a fiend all covered in chitinous hide, like some sort of cross between an insect and a humanoid, lying in wait for this man who comes up into the room.
Oh, shit.
The fiend grabs hold of him from the dark. The man screams and tries to fight. Fiend kills him and eviscerates him and rips his head and spine out of his body, gathers together some papers that are in the room, walks over to the window where your eye is looking out. What do you want to do when he's coming towards the window where your eye is looking out?
Great concentration, because I don't think that's a good idea for him to catch that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll drop concentration on the arcane eye and then immediately reveal to the ambassador what I've seen and the others.
The ambassador says, "You should go try and find those papers. They'll have it, whatever evidence. You should hurry, though. I don't know where this thing might go with them."
All right, let's go fuck him up.
So you guys can make a quick run to that Tasty Pastries, Master Copland's Tasty Pastries. You get to the place. You get to the bakery downstairs. You walk inside. The oven's stone cold. Everything's covered in fine flour. You notice blood dripping from a small red patch on the ceiling onto the floor behind the counter. You head up the stairs and you find the scene of bloody carnage. A humanoid body lies in the middle of a pool of blood that covers the floor. The corpse has been eviscerated. It is missing its head. Obviously the same person that was talking to the ambassador. You look around the room and you find a scribbled note that fell evidently out of the demon's hands. You can see the demon's footprints head to the window. The demon must have either gone back to its home plane at that point or teleported or something, because the footprints just stopped. The scrap of paper just put right over here for you. And this is a good time for a break. So to recap, you guys are in New Seer. You're trying to convince Orgev to tell you where the Creation Forge is below Making. And he has told you, at the advice of this halfling, that he wants 100,000 gold pieces to tell you. The ambassador is going to contact the king and find out if he'll pay that. Meanwhile, you guys suspect this halfling's up to no good. Someone who was talking to the ambassador, probably one of his contacts here, was murdered. And you guys have chased down the ambassador, or the ambassador's contact. You found this little scrap of paper on him. The demon that you saw, or the devil that you saw, or the demon that you saw, go ahead and make an intelligence religion check, Cass. And you can do it. Guidance added.
You
Nice.
center me.
That's what yoga's for, Josh. Asking Tom to binge over. I get it.
So that is only going to be a 9. So
you weren't sure exactly what it was.
well, hold on. I'm not done yet, Tom.
Oh.
I need to do guidance. And then I'm also going to do a flash of genius.
Okay.
So there's the guidance. That is 11. +6. Oh, my flash of genius is +6 now. So 9, 11, 17.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with 17.
You're not sure exactly what kind of fiend, but you're pretty sure of
Oh, shit.
Okay. So you have this scrap of paper. What do you want to do with this information? You have the dead body, scrap of paper. Checking the dead body, you don't find anything else on him. It looks like this was his base of operation.
This is Commissioner Gebler. Let's go find out who this Commissioner Gebler is.
Okay. It's the middle of the night right now, so there's not a lot of people walking around the street, but you can certainly find a few people like huddled around fires and stuff like that to ask questions if you'd like.
And did we see any tattered banners along the way?
No, but you could ask about that too.
Yeah.
Asking about Commissioner Gebler, you find out that Gebler is like the administrative, commissioner, obviously, of New Sire. So he's like the one who runs the city, whereas Orgev is the ruler, but Gebler actually does all the running of the city. He is in a bureaucratic building near the mansion of the prince, probably sleeping right now. Oh, actually his office is located just off the town square. So you want to go wake him up or wait till the daytime?
Well, there's been a crime committed here.
A murder.
Do we want to let people know? I mean, that's the question. Like, do we want to, which would implicate us with it? But if people, saw us coming here, we rushed to get here. So if people saw us coming here, we might be implicated already. So not reporting it could be problematic.
I say we go wake him up and...
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, you pound on the door. A servant comes to answer, says he's sleeping. I can't wake him up. Go away. Come back in the morning.
There's been a murder. Yes.
Okay. Wait here. He goes away. And then in just a couple more minutes, a disheveled, balding young man with a weird look on his face comes to the door. He says, a murder. What happened?
A summoned fiend murdered.
Oh my. Oh God. Oh fiddlesticks.
Someone
I don't know.
at the bakery.
Yeah, it's real bad.
That does sound terrible. Maybe you should tell Prince Orgev.
He's really busy with negotiations with, king shit. So,
and we have reason to believe that one of his advisors may be behind it.
What advisor?
What do you know about the recent events?
I know that House Jorasco's approach is not stopping the plague, if that's what you mean. Not
Why do you think that is?
Why do I think that is? I think they're hacks, or worse.
What?
Imposters.
Or worse?
Were you possibly working with anyone to try to get to the bottom of this?
Kind of fell out of favor with the prince. He's
Because
been listening to that little halfling, Duraz, has kind of got his ear now.
Indeed.
There's been huge amounts of money paid out of the coffers, and I think it's all going to that Duraz guy. I don't think much of it's getting to the populace. They don't seem to be spellcasters at all, these healers. They're just giving elixirs to the sick. Instead, I don't even know if the elixirs are anything but cough syrup.
I assume that you have, you don't have any concrete evidence. Do you have one of these elixirs on you? Could you procure one for us?
No, but it'd be easy enough to track down those guys and get one.
Well, we have found that they have the ability to enter and leave the palace grounds unawares, like undetected.
Really?
And strangely, they have not actually been staying at the palace. So they've either found they're either staying someplace else or I don't know, perhaps they don't even sleep.
Some of the farmers reported seeing some strange figures in the fields around the time the crops started to wither and die. One was a hideous creature with long claws and the head of a diseased ram near the Lemon Grove farm. Yeah, there's all sorts of strange things going on. When the townsfolk rebelled, a couple of the ringleaders claimed that a female halfling with copper hair cajoled them into taking up arms against the prince.
Oh, really?
And you know what else? I was chatting with the baker from Copland's about these things, and
the baker at the pastry shop?
Mm-hmm.
Funny, that's where the murder happened.
What?
Pretty sure he was the one who was murdered.
Commissioner goes completely pale-faced at that and looks up and down the street like he's waiting for a demon to come around the corner at any moment.
I mean, it'd be good if they came now, because we could fix that for you, but...
Were you working with this baker, I use air quotes, to get to the bottom of this mystery?
No, but he was a chatty fellow. He would stop by and deliver pastries and just chat me up for a while. Maybe he was trying to get information out of me. But that's all you get out of the commissioner. He doesn't know much more than that, it turns out. He's definitely disgruntled. You can tell that he used to be, very happy working for the prince, but now he's on the outs.
Can you tell us, is there anyone whom we could trust inside the palace these days?
I'm afraid not. Maybe if you can get some more concrete, you can sway the prince to realize that Duraz guy isn't who he says he is.
Do you think there may be something out at this Lemon Grove farm?
Maybe. There might be.
Let's go check that out.
All right.
Can you leave town for a while, go someplace where we could find you, but where summon demons can't?
Do you think they're going to summon demons on me?
I mean, I didn't think they were going to summon demons on the other guy, and look what happened.
Yeah, maybe I should. Maybe I should head west or something, or north. There's a train station to the west just a little bit. I could hang out there. All right, so then you head out to the Lemon Grove farm. It's a ways out of town. It takes you about 30 minutes to get to it. The place has seen better days. The trees are mostly dead. The fruits and leaves lie rotted on the ground beneath the bare branches. The crops in the fields have withered and died. Farmyard is deserted. No smoke rises from the chimney of the small farmhouse. A stone well stands in the middle of the yard. So you got the farmhouse and the well to investigate. I want to go for first. So you're going to have to get some light down there to see what's down there.
Someone want to cast light on a rock and drop it in the well?
You do. Drop the light down the well, and you see down at the bottom of the well the bloated, decomposing corpse. The bloated, decomposing corpse of a halfling lies at the bottom of the well.
Perhaps we should get the halfling out somehow, y'all.
You certainly can lower a grappling hook or something down and pull up the body.
You fish him out.
You can see that he has a gold house Durasco griffin pin on him.
Oh.
And that he looks just like Duraz to Durasco.
Oh, shit. So that isn't... Can you put this in your bag of holding?
The body? Nice. Everyone can add another hero point. So add another hero point to your token.
As far as you know, it'll be the first body going in there. But it's not. You center me. I'm sorry. I was trying to find myself. And thank you.
Go. Hey, Kirk, did Roban use inspiration on a check?
Yes, I did, so I'll get rid of it.
All right, so you have the body of a halfling that looks just like Duraz de Jurasco that you've seen at the palace. He's got a gold house Jurasco griffin pin on him. His wounds are consistent with the great sword. He was cut down with a sword, it looks like.
Okay.
So you have the body still, and you have the farmhouse.
You say the other bodies too?
No other bodies.
Oh, so let's check the farmhouse out.
A foul stench and swarming flies warn of bad things inside the farmhouse. Here you find the decomposing, mutilated bodies of the farmer and his family. Nothing else of any value here. All right, so that takes care of the farm. You got evidence of this body. Other things you could do this night, you could check out the Tattered Banner. So otherwise, you can check everything out. Okay, so asking about the Tattered Banner, you find it's a tavern. And the locals point you to its location. As you walk through the streets, beggars, come out of the dark, ask for money as you go. You arrive at the Tattered Banner, and you find the place all boarded up. Painted wooden sign depicts a warforged, holding a ragged Syrian army banner aloft. The front door is locked. There is a cellar door as well. It's locked as well, from the far side, from the inside. So you have the front door locked and a cellar door locked.
Do it from the back?
Yeah.
At the cellar door?
I have a... see what is
Can't
my
remember.
thieves' tools.
I was going to say, I can't remember which one of us is...
It's locked from the other side, though, so you have to bash it in.
Well, my
Maybe
thieves'
we wanna
tools...
They go
Quieter
through
go
us.
through the front door.
Incorporeal thieves' tools.
That's right. Yeah, well, I was going to say, I think that Roban's thieves' tools in this situation are better than mine.
Well, if you want me,
Well, let's try the front door before we
Okay.
just bash it in.
All right, so
Yeah.
you'll be able to unlock the front easily enough. Inside, the tap room is deserted, apart from a few scurrying rats. Stairs lead down to the cellar.
Oh, rats. Remember, this thing starts with rats, or do we think the plague and rat, whatever. Yeah,
we'll
rats.
go down to the
What
cellar.
the movie has to that. Going down, you see there's light down there first before you head down. Any of you want to sneak down, or you want to go as a group?
Let's, shit, you know what? Do we have the Oracle benefit currently? Okay. You want to do Invis again and sneak down there? Like Invis and Pass Without Trace? Prize round would be fun, but...
Also, you guys aren't gaining a long rest, being out all night, so keep that in mind.
No long rest. All right, let's go down then.
All right.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Lit by a single lantern, the 20-foot square cellar is piled up with barrels and crates. There is a ramp that leads up to the cellar door that you could have come through the other direction. There is a pair of goblins dressed in brightly colored, mismatched clothes, sitting on a large crate, sharing a giant wheel of cheese. As soon as they detect you, and then they are not very perceptive, so you're like almost on top of them when they do, they make a run for the ramp and fumble at the lock to try to get unlocked.
Don't do that. Don't you. Stop, please, so we don't have to catch you. Much better if you talk to us.
Make a charisma persuasion check with advantage.
There and...
See, I knew we'd just be able to talk nicely to him, Shane. You always want to
23.
sneak attack and kill him.
23, nice. They calm down. They say, what did you want to talk about?
Well, rats, plagues. Yeah,
You've
a
seen lots of
that-
rats.
I know, even
Yeah.
upstairs.
And we met a halfling. She told us that Our music cheered her up, and she wanted to hire us to play all over New Seer to spread joy. And she gave us these magic pipes.
Oh shit!
And
It's the pipes.
this bag of gold. She told us
Yeah.
pipes would help us lift the refugees' spirits.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you've been helping spread the plague. Yeah.
I told you, Khaldun. The other one says, "Shh, Nishaleen." Yeah, Khaldun. Every time you play those pipes, there's rats everywhere.
Yeah, it's kind of like every time you have a banquet at the palace, the rats show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you what, I want to help you. I think, well, most of the others want to help y'all out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't think you're, a part of this.
No.
What can you tell us about this halfling? And then if you're willing to turn the pipes over and give us a written thing, I think we can get you out of this.
Oh, yeah. We don't want. Yeah. He digs in his bag of cheese and other accoutrement and hands over some pipes to you, pipes of the sewers, and they tell you that this halfling, she didn't give her name, but she had copper hair and wore a gold pin with House Jurassico's griffin emblem on. All right, that's all they know, really. The pipes, as evidence, you got what the goblins shared with you. You got the bureaucrat who's disgruntled. You got the farm, the body, all of that. It's pretty much all you can do at night. So you want to head back to the palace for the morning meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're staying out all night on the way back to the palace, I would like to try to procure one of those potions.
Oh, right. They're not out and about at night, so you have to wait till the daytime.
Yeah, I figured just in the morning as we're going. I don't know if
When you get back to the palace, there's none in the morning before your meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. When you get back to the palace, you come to your room, and there's a servant standing there, and she is pale-faced, kind of shaking a little bit, wide-eyed, scared-looking, scared out of her mind. She sees, "There you are. It's the ambassador. I think he's dead," she says. You follow her to the ambassador's room, and there you see Pater, lying in bed in his nightshirt. His face is very pale, and his lips are blue. "I knocked on the door, and I was going to give him his breakfast, but he didn't answer, and so I opened it up, and there he was, lying dead."
I'll do a medicine check.
Okay, you think you might have just a little brief moment of time to investigate before palace people arrive and shoo you away, probably. So, let's start with Cass. Cass, you want to do examining the body? Okay, make a medicine check, please.
You got raised dead, Ivan?
Don't think so.
I do.
I'm not even convinced that this is the ambassador.
Yeah, your 4 medicine check doesn't tell you much about how he might have died. That was
Nice.
Cass.
Move over, rookie.
Besides the ambassador, you have the room you could search. You have, you could question, of course, the servant. So question the servant, search the room, or examine the body. Eberron, what do you want?
I would like to search the room.
All right, searching the room. There are 2 used glasses of Kurieva gin. You remember they were drinking that when you came across them?
Yeah.
And a bottle of the gin on the table, partially used. Make a wisdom medicine check, please, for me.
I don't have medicine, so just a 25 wisdom.
Shit. The bottle and the dregs in the bottom of each glass contain
Oh shit.
any of you trained in intelligence or any of you trained in nature.
I'm hoping Root is.
Open root is.
Yeah, Root is trained in.
Make an intelligence nature check as you try and determine what this poison might be.
I'll have a go at it. Oh, look at how bad that is. 12, but I'll use a point.
Okay. Bart's finding that hero point.
Can you
This
flash
you
it?
think is Midnight Tears. An expensive
hate that
poison
shit.
for which the imbiber suffers no ill effects until the stroke of midnight.
Oh.
You guys left the ambassador before midnight, so it happened after you left. You also notice that the news sheet that he was reading is sitting there on the table, and it's oddly marked up.
Oh, nice.
Let's see. So there's the news sheet. This is what he bought when you guys first arrived in the town. You can see there's underlined letters, a circled Master Copland's Tasty Pastries. That's where the person he talked to was killed. So you got that. Let's see what else you got. And lastly, thing you find, Eberron, is a polished stone in the shape of a bear's head in the bedside drawer.
Wait, I'll show everybody that.
Okay. Root, what would you like? You can question Alana, the servant, examine the body further, search the room further.
I'll ask Alana if they witnessed anything.
She says, I didn't I didn't bring any gin or anything else to the room. I'm sure none of the servants did either. His Excellency had given strict instructions that he wasn't to be disturbed. The ambassador wasn't to be disturbed. I don't think anyone in the palace had anything to do with it. I didn't see anyone come and go from his room at all. And make a insight check. Wisdom
Hey,
insight.
this ledger, if you the letters underneath going forward doesn't do anything, but backwards it says IHAVE have IMP important
IN information.
information
IOIWIL I will COME
come
Oh, I missed all the ones up there.
tonight, and then an H.
So you recall that he purchased this ledger in the morning. So someone had given him the message that they were going to come tonight, and you saw who came that night because you guys were out and about and saw who came to talk.
Do we
to
know
him.
what his name was?
No, you never got his name.
Yeah, Hector.
Okay,
There it
Root.
is.
Alana's not lying as far as you can tell. So
Okay.
anything that you'd like to check?
Well, I mean, I'd like to cast Raise Dead on him, but
Okay.
it takes an hour. But I'm gonna tell people to close the room off and give me the time to cast Raise Dead out of the Crystal Skull.
Very good.
He's not dead. He'll get better, I think, but I need time to fix him.
Cast Raise Dead
No,
without
we
components. You take
yeah.
damage equal to 1/4 of your max hit points, and your max hit points are reduced by the same. Can be reduced by any means. Ignores temporary points of damage. Reduces you to 0. Disintegrate. Reduction lasts till you finish a long rest. Instead, takes an hour to cast. Speak. Done. You use the crystal skull that you found long ago, inscribed with
That's me
necromantic
that
sigils.
takes damage, right? I take that damage?
Yeah, you take 1/4 of your hit points. You will get them, and your max reduces as much. You'll get them back after.
I guess I'll count the 8 in there. Josh, your aid was 5, right?
Okay. Peter is badly shaken with his brush. While you're doing the raise, after about 10 minutes, Wernin, the prince's super efficient and rather brusque steward, arrives with a bevy of servants and takes charge and tries to hustle you out of the room, but you deny him. He says Prince Orgev has been notified of the tragedy, will meet with you later today to decide how best to proceed. In the meantime, the prince conveys his deepest sympathies, but then he finds out you're going to raise him, rather astonished that you have that ability. He says, well, I'll leave you to it then. The prince will see you later this morning. So you're left to raise Peter from the dead. He is badly shaken by his brush with death. He needs to rest. He does share with you the events of the night, though.
Oh, that's cool.
After you left,
So
one of you's not on mute. And someone else is talking.
It's my wife talking. I'm
Okay.
not on mute.
Not
Tell
long
Sarah to be
after.
quiet.
Okay, so Herval, the spy, came to visit. Herval brought the gin, but I don't think he had it poisoned. Not long after Herval's visit, Duraz came to my room to find out how King Boronel responded to the prince's demands. I think Duraz knew about the spy because he was asking kind of pointed questions about the things the spy shared with me. I think Duraz might have slipped the poison into my drink. He feigned outraged innocence, shared with him what the spy said, and he left. After that, later that night, I died in my sleep after drinking the gin. You should speak to Herval at Copland's Tasty Pastries.
Yeah,
he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Remember, he's the one we told you about that.
Did we tell him about that? No, we told
Yeah. No, we told him. We said, "Hey, I just saw a demon shred the guy you were meeting with."
Oh, right.
And he said, "Oh yeah, you better hurry and get those papers. They're important."
Oh, right, yeah. It's all pretty hazy after dying.
I mean, dying takes a lot out of you.
Yeah. I need a rest. I'll be there, though, when we meet the prince. I suggest we share everything you found with him. Duraz is something else than he seems, and the prince will stop listening to him when he hears what you have to share.
He's definitely something else because here's the real Duraz. And I open my bag of holding.
Oh, well, I don't think there's any way the prince is not going to take our side. So, you can
we
prep
should
for your
be-
meeting with the prince.
Yeah, we should be ready for the halfling to attack everything there, or whatever this creature is, to attack us, the prince, you. And in fact, I'd rather not leave you alone until,
Do you want to try and use the Oracle of War?
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
we need to do it within an hour of meeting, so yeah.
Okay.
It'd be nice if we get a short rest in. Well, I guess we don't really need
you can do
one.
a short rest. You can do a short rest,
good.
and then you try to do the Oracle, and again it fails and malfunctions. And again the voices speak.
Oh, what did they say?
They say, bound together we are three. A gift from you is our plea. Something kept but rarely shared. For once it's given, it's forever impaired.
Let's see.
Need to
See how
give it
close I got.
Heart.
I was typing fast, but so it's all messed up. It's
Bound
pretty close. Bound together, we are three. A gift from you is our plea. Something kept but rarely shared. For once it's given, it's forever impaired.
To be a secret?
Well, that's what I had originally thought with the, but once it's given, it's forever. It's like once it's given,
For
can't
us,
really give a
Means it's
secret.
no longer a secret.
Something kept, but it is something kept but rarely shared. I mean, it's like it could be your word. I mean, you give your word. I don't like that though. I don't think that's.
Sure. I hate riddles.
So the way the Oracle works is you like write down on scroll pieces tactical information about the battlefield, information about enemies, allies, etc., and then feed it into the various slots of the machine.
I'm going to write a secret down and put it in the machine.
The voices speak again. We see you. Know that the day draws close when the circle will start and be completed. Your journey will end when ours began, and then we'll all be free. The Oracle of War shudders and the device speaks again in its normal voice, preparing tactical advice. And now you'll have, if a fight should erupt, tactical advice for it. So again, that is these things. You gain surprise. You can turn one hit from a weapon into a crit. For a minute, you can ignore a single damage resistance or immunity. And you gain 10 temporary hit points. A single creature's damage resistances and immunities. Or you can gain 10.
And assuming, did we get that second part, that we see you, know that the day draws close? There was something, win the circle.
Oh yeah, I
That's right,
can
also.
type that out for you. It says this.
Surprise the best one or ignoring immunity?
You
I
can
mean,
each
the crit
individually
could be pretty
decide.
good.
Yeah, you can each individually decide. So
Oh, okay.
when the battle starts, if a battle starts. This is all role playing, this whole adventure.
My favorite.
I know.
Well, as long as if there is combat, it's theater of the mind.
Good.
Yeah. A nice
Okay.
job.
Finally, you meet the prince. The steward, Wernem, escorts you through the villa to a terrace overlooking the gardens in the rear. So you're back at the gardens.
How convenient that we would meet here.
Let's see. It's the prince. Use this for the prince. You guys are talking with the prince. Wernem's there, and a couple other people are there. Prince Orgev is standing at the balustrade, gazing out over the villa's splendid gardens. So he's like on the edge here, looking out over the gardens. He expresses his sadness at the ambassador's untimely death, but he heard a rumor that you were able to revive him.
Yeah, we have apparently greater healing abilities than your so-called House Jurasco advisor.
Speaking of them, I don't see them around here. Wernem, he points to his steward, will help with the convalescence arrangements. Make sure he's well taken care of while he recovers. Are you happy to proceed with the negotiations on King Boronel's behalf?
I think we need to give you some information.
Hold on. I say very dramatically, don't you think your advisor should be here for it? And then I dump out Duraz's body from my bag of holding.
No. God damn.
Nice. He is stunned at that.
It's not your advisor. It's not your advisor. We found them in a well.
Yeah, he's clearly been dead for days.
What's going on here? Explain yourselves.
You've
Your
been
advisor
hoodwinked.
isn't your
And we
They've
start
been causing the
vomiting
plague.
at the mouth all of our data.
Okay. So you told me that advisor's not really who he says he is. You've got the real body that's dead. What else can you share?
know about the
commissioner.
goblins.
Oh yeah.
Goblins, right?
The poison that they put in the ambassador's drink.
Got it.
Commissioner Gebler's.
Okay.
Obviously, the ambassador saying that he was poisoned by Duras.
A summoned demon murdered someone who was investigating the Jurasco.
The fact that they aren't actually staying in that house, and there's a secret passage that takes them to the city.
Well, you have a lot. His reaction to the revelation that Duras is not what he seems kind of surprises you. He just merely nods at that. He says, yes, I'm aware he's not what he seems. You see, in Corvair, the great worms must hide themselves in less formidable forms. Mendecil has promised the Chamber's help in rebuilding Seer. But if he is behind these troubles, that shocks me. I'm not sure I can believe it. So
Is Mendecil the name of the
dragon?
Okay, so the dragon Mendecil, is he the one who has been impersonating
Yes.
Duras?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he's with the Chamber? That's not good.
And he's going to help rebuild Seer.
Can't trust
He's
the
been
Chamber.
destroying it.
Yeah, maybe rebuild it on the corpses of your people.
So, you have a charisma persuasion group check to make. You create a good impression at dinner. Oh, no, you didn't.
We did.
You provide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of evidence, so it's down to a DC. You have the pipes, It's DC
Did we miss any evidence?
15. No, you didn't. You produced the real body, 13. So you're down to a group persuasion check, DC 13. We'll start with Cass.
Can you send her me? So I'm sorry, what was the DC again?
13.
Here we go. Charisma check. And I'm going to flash of genius that to turn that into a success.
All right. Persuasion check, 13.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use my inspiration.
Okay, 12 so far.
12, and I'll use a hero point to bump it to 13.
Made it. Persuasion. DC 13.
Oh, this will be easy, but I will use a hero point.
11, you had 2 on that hero point.
Problem.
Don't forget to mark off the hero point. And the inspiration have you used? I don't think.
Marathil does not have inspiration. She offers to cast a zone of truth and to prove that her words are. So let's go with that.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's
no problem. 20 plus. Okay. You persuade the prince. About the time that the prince is considering what you've shared, the conversation is interrupted by the arrival of Duraz and his house Durasco halflings who've returned to the villa after a day in town, or after being in town in the mornings, healing the sick. Duraz and a couple of his halflings come up to talk with you. The other 3 head toward the villa.
I say, who am I talking to? You or him? And then I dump the body out of my back holding again.
With that, the halfling is enraged. Returning to his true form, Bendesil takes to the air as his halfling sidekicks transform into snarling half-dragons. Prince Orgev and his attendants flee inside the villa, leaving you to face off against Bendesil and his minions. So
Bendesil's a dragon?
is here.
Oh, shit.
Oh, let's get your... you were talking to the prince, so you should all be like within a couple squares of the prince. It said you guys were going to be there.
I would be in front of where I'd be like facing the halfling so that I could do what I have decided is my brand new negotiating tactic. It doesn't matter if it applies anymore. It's just every time dramatically dump out a body from my bag of holding.
Halfling, dragon. Okay, so the dragon the halfling transforms into a gargantuan green dragon. The 2 halflings transform into half-dragon champions. The ones that were heading toward the villa, 2 transform into half-dragon champions. They were like just down the stairs because you guys like kind of threw the body out right away, right?
Unfortunately.
So there's 2 coming down the stairs, and then 1 transforms into like a
We want to keep them in fireball
a
range.
fox-headed, the copper-haired female who you'd heard about, transforms into a fox-headed demon.
Arcanoloth.
So there we go. Oh, let's see. I need more of these guys. 6 of you, so there's another one of them there, another one of them. So roll initiative, everyone. Oh,
I will be going with the surprise.
we'll do a
round
surprise round, and the ones of you who want to can go during that.
And did you say that the prince
Prince is fleeing.
was ducked inside?
He's about to. He hasn't gotten yet.
Okay. Fuck.
What was the name of the dragon again? Was it Vindisil?
Vindisil, yeah.
I'm gonna.
Hero point if you like, yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Makes it a 20.
Ooh, yeah, I will.
Surprise round. Roban, you going to the surprise round?
Yes.
Go for it.
Bonus action rage. Drink my potion of heroism and go to there.
Then Cass.
Oh, thanks, Roban, for
Ruining his fireball.
Yep.
He's got
Look at them all in the fireball.
Here we go.
There's-
Fireball.
And this Arcanoloth looking thing down here, was that with them?
Oh yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's with them.
All right. Fireball right there.
Okay.
And did that I don't know if did that automatically re-roll the ones,
No.
It doesn't reroll.
or not re-roll, turn the
29.
ones into 2s.
So you get 3 higher. 29.
Okay, then yep, 29. Ignore fire resistance.
All right. 29 dex save for the dragon. 20 dex save, yeah. Sorry. 10's not going to make it, so he's going to take the full 29 damage.
Oh, takes it. Huh?
Oh,
And then we got some knights. Dex save, dex save, dex save.
Knights
Wow.
make 20 dex save.
That was 29, so 28 is 14. And the last night, we'll use his Indomitable to try again.
Only +2. They just rolled real good.
Does not make it. So he's down 1 Indomitable left.
All right, and then bonus action, I'll whip out 2 little ATSTs.
Okay.
And Eldritch Blast, both on the dragon. So boom, 1. It's only going to be a 14 to hit,
That missed.
and a 15 to hit.
That's a miss.
And then I'm going to scamper away.
After Cass. Root, you want to go on the surprise round, Root?
Yeah, I'll
Go
do
for
the
it.
surprise. And I'll sunburst. I guess I can't get the dragon, but I can get almost everybody else except that northern knight.
Okay. 30 radiant, 19 con save, undead oozes have disadvantage. None of those. But we got 19 con saves times 5.
Oh, that was the wrong button. Sunbeam is
Oh.
no, Sunburst
38.
is what I want.
1, 2, we got 1 success, 2 successes. So the first one is the northernmost one. Closest to you is 38 damage. Pretty good con save. So he's going to use his Indomitable. See if he can make his con save. Does. So he takes half of 38 is 19. And 1 less Indomitable. Champion 2 made a save. So he takes Champion 3 failed his save. 3 failed his. He'll use his Indomitable. Try again. Made it. So it takes 19. Less Indomitable. 4 made it at the start. So he takes 19. And then 5 failed it. And he'll use Indomitable. Failed it. So you blinded him, and he took the full 38, is 1 less Indomitable, and then the Arcana Loft.
Oh, I messed up. Creating the Eldritch Cannons was an action, so I didn't actually create those.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Dex save. No, not Dex save. What was it?
Yep.
19 makes it. So you'll take and so it's 19. Okay. What else? Root.
I'm going to take a bonus action and turn into an immune to poison air elemental.
Good choice.
You got any of those
I do have
lying
Daryl.
around?
I'll let you pull it out. It's in the folder that's for companions and forms. Just drag it onto the map when you're ready.
Just a little movement. I'm done.
Okay. After Root, Marathil. Want to go in the surprise round?
Yes, please.
Go for it.
Well, for the first time, she is going to she's going to cast Holy Weapon. I don't need to click it over there. Holy Weapon, need to click it over here. What doesn't matter. I'm going to need to find it though. So that's a bonus action. And then she's going to move. We decided it's an action to use to like start like kick the source sled off. I guess she's gonna move up here and go after this here dragon. And dragon time. So she gets 2 of those. And I think she has advantage because of Roban.
Yeah. Yep.
So a 31.
That's a hit.
And let's put some other stuff with it. And then she'll use a 3rd level Divine Smite. So 7, 15, 17. That's with the crit. So 17, 28. Not Hunter's Mark. 38, 43 points of damage on the first one.
Got it.
Come back in with the second one. Does a 24 hit?
Yes.
All right, and then the Holy Weapon for that one, and then she'll use another second level, another 3rd level, second level Divine Smite on this one. I need to move those, I think. Come on. So that's 13, 14, 27, 37, 43 points of damage on that one.
Got it.
And that's what she can do.
All right. Put concentration on Marathil. Roban put
got that.
Rage. Alaron, your turn.
Well, I have persistent rage now. But
Just so everyone knows that you're raging.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can still hit all those guys. That dragon has a whole lot of hit points over there. So we're going to cast a let's cast a non-level fireball.
You might have to manually roll some extra dice because I don't think I have all the dice roll click at once.
Oh,
Let's see. So no ones. So
No ones. Nope.
35, 39, 46,
6 there.
46, plus another 2d6. So that 53.
53.
Plus, one of those ones becomes a 2, right? That one becomes a 2.
Yeah, so 54. Okay.
Wow.
54. It's a dex save DC of 19.
19.
So we got 3 champions. 1, 2, 3. All take full damage. One is not uses
Indomitable.
his Indomitable yet, so he's going to try again with that dex save. 18 doesn't make it, so he takes, all of them take the full 54. Dragon dex save. Fails it, he'll make it instead, taking 27.
Right, I'm all right with that.
Down
At
to
27, and you burned a legendary. Is
4 legendaries left. Alaron, all done?
I'm gonna move.
Your turn, Ivan.
Since it's a surprise round and the dragon hasn't gone yet, it shouldn't have a reaction.
That is correct.
So I will scoot myself away from its terrifying looking claws, and then I will finish out Operation Fireball with a casual 3rd level one on the same
Okay.
spot.
31.
31.
Prince Orgev gets out of there, so he's out of the fight. 31 fire, 19 dex saves. 3 of them. Oh,
Not
this guy
casting
tries
any more fireballs
to do
after
something notable.
Alaron. So
And then
Steps,
I'll
steps.
elevate to 30 feet as well.
I'll fail. I'll take 31 more fire. And the
Not
dragon.
worthy enough for a
I think that's a
They
reaction.
can only do it once.
oh, is it?
They can do it more than once. It's not actually a reaction. They could do it again, but they're not good. So then, the dragon dex save.
Hey, let's go.
You'll take 31.
Good answer. Good answer.
Round 1 normal. Roban.
Y'all.
Should I
Lined him
kill
up
those
just for
2
you.
guards so they can't?
Oh, that's tough, man.
So
Probably.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Tom, I can't.
I don't know. Cass
Grappling
could get him in a
can't keep
fireball.
that dragon from flying away, right?
Right, he'd just go
Big.
with you.
Okay.
Let the casters get those in AoE. I mean,
Okay.
they all go before them. Like, let's
well
just deal
then,
with this fucking
fuck it.
lizard.
Okay, let's go reckless then. I mean, why not?
Right his ass. You know what I mean?
24 for 25.
Nice. Right.
24 for 25. Got it.
Second attack. 21 for 28. If I
No
have
point?
bless, I have bless up if I need it from my heroism potion. Do I need it?
21 final answer.
Yeah, I get it
22?
no matter what. Yeah, so
And how much? 28.
28 and 2 attacks I think is all I get. So
Dragon will do a legendary after Roban.
Maybe our druid's got Earthbind if we're lucky.
A magical fog encircles you, Cass, rises up all around you. You'll be charmed by the dragon unless you make a 19 wisdom save to negate it.
You got the Palior.
Oh, he doesn't.
That's Cass.
19 wisdom save. I'm going to use my inspiration on this.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Oh!
No problem.
Not today, dragon.
Oh, shoot. Wrong thing.
That was the legendary of the end of Roban. Cass, your turn.
Action. My 2 Eldritch cannons. And I think I could summon them. Let me double check this real fast. Because they give cover. So I don't think I have to have one right next to me. Create Eldritch Cannon. Oh, it has to be within 5 feet of me. Okay, so never mind. So I'll put them out just like that. And then bonus action, have both of them fire at the dragon. So first is 30 for 11.
Got it.
And do I want to push him? I mean, does it do any good? Yeah, I'll push him 5 feet.
Okay.
Second one is 19 for 16.
19
If that
missed.
hits. Yeah, that's what I figured. And so that was
missed?
action.
All
I'm
done.
sorry,
Yes.
the 19 missed?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, Cass, after you is the dragon gets a legendary. It's going to do legendary bite. 24 to hit, Marathon.
Yeah, at least it didn't crit.
43 piercing and 19 poison.
All right.
That was the end of Cass's turn. Now,
So-
Root, your turn.
Plus 8. So 51 if we're resistant to poison.
51 if you resist poison.
The range of these things is 15 feet, so I would have had to have moved. They'd have to be closer. Right there, which
Root flies over on top of these champions
could have done.
and unleashes a swirling whirlwind on them.
Okay. 15 bludgeoning, flung 20 feet random direction and prone. 13 strength save, half. Okay. So here's 3 strength saves. EC
read my
13.
character.
Probably good
2.
at that.
That's a fail. He'll use Indomitable. It's a success, but that uses his last Indomitable. So they're all going to take strength save half. So they're all going to take what else?
All done.
All right. The dragon at the end of Root's turn will use a legendary move. His speed without opportunity attacks. Leaps up into the air.
And you don't have the auras automatically built into the checks, right? So that'd be okay. So I've got a 25. So I kept concentration on holy weapon.
Nice. Well done. The dragon's going to fly up into the air to 50 feet above the garden. That was a legendary after Root's turn. Marathon, your turn.
Oh shit. Well, Tom, how do you how do you do riding creatures unwillingly?
Top on. Just got to make
All
like a
right.
grapple check to hold on to him. You need a free hand.
Right. That's.
Hard with a double-bladed scimitar.
I mean, I've got other weapons I could use. I just wonder if when I get up there. Well, what do you think, Roban? I could dimension door us on top of the dragon. You only live once, right?
you have fly?
No.
Would that be better? No? Okay.
No. I mean, I can fly, but you can't fly.
Yeah, put me up there.
Do you have a source light or no? All right. Well, let's see what the fuck happens. Yeah, I'll step here, and he's 50 feet up, so I'll take Roban and I and Dimdor up on top of him.
So you can cast Dim Door at what level?
Oh gosh. I'm gonna duck down real low so no one can see me. I'm casting normal level, 4th level.
4th level. That Arcanoloth is going to cast a counter spell at 4th level. Anyone encounter the Arcanoloth?
The fox-looking girl.
The one that looks like a fox, yeah.
I'm 60 feet too far.
Oh, 90. I thought I was thinking it was 90.
Then,
And what else, Marathon?
yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and because I have a bonus action this turn, I'm gonna use my I'm gonna put my vow of immunity on the dragon. I think it's within range, and I'm actually gonna stow my two-handed weapon with my object interaction or whatever. Yeah, and I guess I'm gonna move.
Okay, after Marathon comes Alaron. Oh wait, after Marathon comes Dragon Legendary.
4th legendary action.
Yeah, He gets one after every one of you.
Wow.
But there's no one adjacent to him. So he will do. Let's see, he did. He'll just use it to try and detect if there's anything hidden, but none of you are, so that's nothing. Eberron, your turn.
All right. Let's. It doesn't knock it prone. Seeing how I can.
It's your
Seeing
value,
how
it's
I
your
can.
shorter range.
I think so, yeah.
Seeing how I can, if I could knock this guy prone, but I cannot. But let's see if we can lock him down, maybe. So we're going to casting this.
Are you flying on a sword sled, Mary? Are you on the ground down there?
I am, yeah.
All right, so I have to upcast this because I'm on a 5th level spot. So we'll cast this at 7th. We're going to cast Bigby's Hand on the dragon. I'm going to use Grasping Hand to attempt to grapple it.
No counters.
At 7th. So, Grasping Hand, 25 strength check.
Oh, he's too big for that. You want to do something different? He's gargantuan.
Is he gargantuan? Not just
huge is 3, gargantuan's 4 or more.
Well,
All right.
shit. That was a great idea.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I don't have anything. I wish I had a command spell. Oh, he's close enough for this, so I will actually just save some spell slots then, and let's toll the dead on him. Oh, yeah. Toll the dead on him.
38. Wow.
Wow.
19 wisdom save for 38 points of damage. Well, he made the 19 wisdom save.
All right, but he's no, I don't have that thing. All right, let's see, and then 6 will move there.
All right. After Eberron, first of the champions goes. This is under the air elemental. Move the air elemental. He's going to use his second wind bonus, regain 20 hit points. He's going to do a multi-attack with his greatsword 3 times. You ignore resist. You resist non-magic. Okay. So you're going to take half of all this, Dave. And let's see. He's greater than half hit points, so he's going to do both damage types. So he took, for the first one, 25, or half of that being... And then he missed. It's better than 11. Yep. Then the next champion up here to the north, going to do his second win, get 20 hit points back, and going to go after the casters over there. 6. He come to there, smash the south guy. What's their armor class again? I forget.
Lower than that.
That's a hit. He's below half hit points though, so that's only 17 slashing. 11.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry, I didn't.
The south.
17 slashing. Got it. I was listening for Cass.
18
He
armor
said
class. So
Melissa.
that's a miss on the second one, and the third one both. 17 slashing to the south guy. That champion's done. Then
Got it.
Ivan, your turn.
Ivan will.
You got
a
fly,
little-
Ivan? Fly?
Yeah, I can fly.
And you fly him is what he's asking.
Oh, fly Roban?
Big robot wants to hit Big Lizard.
I need to use
Oh,
the
God
selector
damn it.
tool. I'm sorry. Closer to the Dragon Boy. Let's drop a spiritual weapon first. At second level.
For your reference, Ivan, altitude's above the garden level. So at 30 feet,
Yep.
you're 10 feet above the plow.
I would be 50 above
Okay.
I was 30.
There you go. Yeah. So for everyone's reference for
total
altitude, we'll do it above the garden.
So the bonus action is a 15 hit.
15 does not.
Miss, and then let's toll the dead.
Should we
Made a
not be
save.
focusing on the dragon? You
Ivan,
said
all
to get
done?
it.
Dragon will just do another detect. And then after Ivan comes the champ. Well, up here, they'll both do second wins. Were you reckless, Roban, at all?
Yes, I was.
Okay, sword 1 is a 21 for, let's see, they're both at less than half. Yeah. So it's only the first damage. 17 slashing, 25 for 13 slashing, only a 18 on the third attack. Then the other guy attacking greatsword. Crits for 30 slashing.
On.
Roban.
Okay.
23 to hit for 17 slashing, 26 to hit for 16 slashing. Champions are done. Dragon's turn. Dragon's going to breathe. Cone, 90-foot cone. So, let's see. Nope. Okay, so it's going to get Ivan and Eberron and Marithel. 3 of you take 150 poison damage, or 75 if you resist or make your save, or 37 if you resist and make your save.
So I make
30,
it.
right?
This is a gas or a vapor, correct?
Yeah, you have
My
advantage.
necklace of that.
You have
All right,
advantage, yeah.
that's not going to help.
Don't forget your tempties.
It's a con. It's a con check.
Con save? Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, that.
Don't forget your tempies.
Yep, that's right. I'm resistant, so I'll take 75, which means 22 becomes 53 half my normal.
Okay, that was the Dragon's Breath weapon.
Quick question.
Why
We're not
didn't you
still under
use
negative energy,
for
right?
True Care? Why didn't you use the HSA?
You're not muted, Josh.
That was a candle that I got.
What was that, Ivan?
We're not still under negative energy, are we?
No, you're not. Holy shit, are you 114 hit points still, Ivan?
Yeah,
Dragon feels a little defeated after that.
I saved.
Let's see. So, breath weapon. His multi-attack is that breath? Okay. Then he will move. Ivan, you're 50 feet in the air. It's going to move basically over all your heads and close on Ivan. Then we got champion. These guys are attacking the elemental. Two of them. They'll both use their second wind and both attack. They attack in greatsword. This will be half damage on all these. Hit for, let's see, this one's, they're both at over half. So that's 27 slashing. Half of 27. 13 missed. 26 hit for 24 slashing. You get that, Dave? 27 halved and 24 halved. Are you still in air elemental?
Should have only taken 27 points of damage between those two.
Yeah, it's not that much.
Okay. Then the next guy, greatsword. 11's a miss. 25's a hit for 24 slashing or 12. And crit for 27, 37, 8, 41. 41 slashing or 20. So then the Arcanoloth. He will go ahead and do, is he far enough away from all the spellcasters? He'll do Chain Lightning, 7th level, targeting, you guys might be far enough apart over there. 3 objects. Oh, they have to be in 30 feet, and Ivan's 50 feet in the air. Good job, Ivan. Getting so high up. Do those 2 on the ground.
Get the dragon? No, he can't. Well, maybe the base of the dragon.
So he's going to do Chain Lightning, but it's going to hit only Merithil and Alaron. Chain Lightning, 7th level. It is, he's just going to do it at 6th level, because it only adds more targets. So 34 lightning damage, Merithil, and Alaron, DC 17, dex save for half.
I will use my ring.
Merithil succeeded. Is your concentration down, Merithil?
It is not, surprisingly. I had to make an 18 check after the 37 from the breath weapon.
Got it.
And
okay.
I used the hero point to get to 18.
Arcanoloth is going to go ahead and...
It might be now. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I gotta use a hero point. It sucks.
I thought the Arcanoloth chain lightning.
He did Chain Lightning. I'm just seeing if he's going to move away from that area. Risk an attack. Closer to people to counterspell. He'll move to there. And that's the end of round 1. At the end of round 1, the armillary sphere in the center of the garden begins spinning.
Oh, wow.
Like whirling up to power, gaining more momentum and more speed. You see sparks and stuff flying around it. It's like it could shoot lightning out of it at any moment, but it doesn't do it this round. That's the end of that round. And Roban, your turn.
Okay. Well, I hit what I can hit. And we'll reckless 27 for 27. Non-power attack, 19 on him.
The same one you just hit?
Yeah.
Dropped him.
Free attack from, better do my bless. Hero point it. 23 for 28 on him.
Hit him for 28.
No, I'm done.
After Roban is the dragon legendary. All of a sudden, brush springs up. All around Merithil and all around Alaron. It's going to become difficult terrain all around you guys. A 19 strength save or you're restrained. Merithil and Alaron, 19 strength saves or restrained.
We are not today.
Can I, because I have a free hand, can I reach down and grab the wand? Because that happens, the wand of binding.
What? Is that a joke? The wand of binding?
It's the item she has that has assisted escape on it.
Oh, yeah, you can grab it anytime. Right.
I don't know. It's like it's not a weapon, so I'd hope.
Oh,
but...
you can't. No, you can't do that to freely. Well, you have to have already been holding it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. That was the end of Roban's turn. The dragon did his lair legendary to do the grasping vines. If you're held, the restrain mark on you. It's a 19 athletics check to get free and an action. Then after Roban comes.
And you have to use athletics. You can't use acrobatics.
I'm going to cast Summon Construct, and no, I'm not going to use that one. Oh, shoot. Can you delete that?
Sure.
I don't know what to use for the construct.
Let's just do this. I don't have a construct, do I?
I don't think so.
I don't. Is it a medium creature?
Click
Want it to look like a little scorpion?
I want it to look just like a bigger version of my ATSTs in like game terms, but if you want to like use a scorpion miniature, that works.
Okay.
Oh, it's a medium. Oh, there you go. 95. It's a 90-foot range, so I'm going to put him right there.
Okay. So you should be able to move that thing around, and you'll just manually roll the attacks and stuff.
Okay.
And then what hit points does he have?
Let me look. He has hit points is 40 plus 15 for each spell level above 4th, and I'd cast it at 4th, so 40 hit points.
All right. So the hit points are correct. None of the macros are correct, but you can manually roll stuff.
Okay, I will do that.
Is that
And
concentration?
it is, and I will put a concentration marker on myself.
Okay.
And then he'll go after me, and I yell out, "Kill the fox!" And then
Really?
bonus. Well, I
Keep
yeah, I
going,
thought
and
if I could-
don't let people stop you. Keep going.
anyways. And then my two bonus action, I'm gonna have them both focus on the one right next to it. First one, 19 for 14 and push 5 feet.
Was that the northwest one doing it?
No, I was thinking of the bottom one, but
Okay.
I didn't specify.
And it
And
did
then-
14 points of force. Got
Yep.
it.
Second one is 25 for 17. I'll push another 5 feet.
Got it.
And I shout, why don't you let me attack the ground targets and let's attack the dragon that's blowing 155 points of poison damage.
What else, Cass?
Yeah. How do you expect that to happen when they have a 15-foot range, Kirk?
They don't have a 15-foot.
Yes, they do have a
They have a
15-foot range.
120-foot range.
Do they? What I was reading in D&D Beyond said they had a 15-foot range.
I bet I'm not wrong.
Oh, I bet I'm looking at the Eldritch Cannon flamethrower.
Yeah.
Well, then I can't find the stupid. Sorry, I couldn't find in D&D Beyond the range for the Force Ballista. So
We'll just go with what I put. 120. Probably what.
okay,
It is.
well then I will start doing that from now on.
Okay. What else you got, Cass?
You've been doing it every campaign longer than 15 feet.
What
No,
else?
I know. I thought I'd been cheating this entire time.
What else, Cass?
And I thought I'm gonna move this guy up next to here, and he his attacks. I have to manually roll. I think it's just a punch in the face. And multi attacks. So the construct makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level. So 2 attacks, and it's
Just roll 2d20s.
1d8. 1d8 plus 4.
Don't
Oh,
add
it's-
it up. Just roll 2d20s, then roll 2d8s.
Well, I have to know what to add to it, don't I?
No, just roll the d20s. So we know the 6 misses, and I know the 16 hits.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because I know you're at least plus
And
1.
1d8 plus 4.
Yep.
So that's going to be 8 damage.
8 damage. Nice. Yeah, it's usually faster
And-
just to roll the dice manually and not add.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like you're at the table.
Well, so I just hadn't ever read this before, so I didn't know what the way it's written. I wasn't sure. And also, it's a stone golem. It has the stone lethargy. When a creature the construct can see starts its turn within 10 feet of the construct can force it to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failed save, the target can't use reactions, and its speed is halved until the start of its next turn.
Got it. All right. Anything else, Cass?
That will be it.
All right. The dragon uses the legendary action to bite at Ivan. Bite attack at you, Ivan, is a
Nice.
only a 20. The Cass is done. Root, your
Wow,
turn.
that's a bite.
Okay, Root's gonna see if the whirlwind recharges. It does not. We're just gonna go over here a little bit and multi-attack 2 slams on the Arcanoloth.
All right.
19 to hit for 16 damage.
That's a hit. It does 8.
And 27 to hit for 17 damage.
17 damage. That does 8.
And then I'm going to fly this way and let them take swings at me.
All right. See, we'll do the northernmost one first. Wait, do they have reactions yet? Yeah, they still have reactions. Northernmost one, using his reaction. Hit for 26 or 13.
He
Use the
probably should have got a
reactions.
save on his blindness too, Tom.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. You can have inspiration. Blindness. That was a con save, right? Okay,
Yeah.
that's a fail. So he's still blind. Use all the reactions. And the Arcanoloth's not going to use his reaction. Or root.
Then I'm going to turn back into a root.
Okay.
I'm going to cast, let me grab my guy, Draconic Transformation.
What level do you want to cast that at?
7.
Arcanoloth will counter. They have a 7th left. Oh, yeah, because he was doing the.
Yeah,
because
he only did the chain lightning,
Chain lightning
at
at
6th.
6th, not 7th. Okay, he'll do counterspell 7th. You want to counter his counterspell? So he'll counter that one, Root. What else you want to do, Root?
Okay, I'm done.
After that, so he's used his reaction. Let's get his reactions. Root's done. At the end of Root's turn, the dragon will smash or claw at Ivan.
Mega miss.
Mega miss.
Every die rolled in that whole thing was a 1.
Or had a 1 in it.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're actually all. Oh shit, there was
No,
a 4.
But
That's
none of them was a
crazy.
max either.
Right.
Okay, that's into Root's turn. Marathil, your turn.
All right. Marathil is going to activate her Source Lead with her action, and then is going to cast Misty Step to get the fuck out of here. So she'll Misty Step. Let's see.
So take off the restrain, add a angel's wings, and type in your altitude.
And do we
zero
have any
is
idea?
the guard.
Oh, sorry.
The dragon's 50 feet up.
Oh, he's 50 feet. Do we have any idea if he has reach I guess it would
Yeah,
matter. 30
you'd
feet.
say
wouldn't matter.
his bite is 15 feet, his claw's 10 feet, his tail's 20 feet.
All right, so if I'm at 30 up, then it's I'm still 20 feet away from him because he's 50. So I will do those things, and I'm gonna move.
His tail has 20.
20 foot on his tail.
Oh, I'll go 15 up then, and then fly away. You said take that off.
Anything else, Marathon?
No.
Dragon lashes out with his tail to try and smash Ivan. Tail attack is a miss. Halloran, your turn.
All right. How far up is this dragon?
50 feet
80.
at his base, so he's 50
All right.
to 70.
All right. Excellent. Way above me.
Yeah, way above.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So I'll move over to here. And let's. We're gonna go ahead and we'll fireball the dragon again. This time just be at 3rd level. So 34 points.
Got him.
34 points will take.
Take all 34.
Make it just small enough. He doesn't want to burn a legendary save
I
on
know.
it.
Yeah. Gonna whittle him to death.
But
All right.
intimidating enough.
He's gonna try his
Tom.
claw again.
Oh, Tom, really fast on Mirthel's turn. Could she had called out to her Pegasus and asked it to come over here if it's within 1 mile of her?
I don't know. You tell me. Was your Pegasus like in the stables or something?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it would definitely.
Then it'll be on its way. Can it like teleport or it's got to fly?
No, I think it's got to fly. It's pretty fast, but
25 to hit you.
Shield.
Damn. Elrond's done. Champion's turn. Go champion up there attacking. He was attacking the airline. Now that airline was too far away. He's going to go after. Oh, he's blind too. Here's his saving throw for being blind. Con save. Second champion. This one's fighting the little blasters. He'll come to there. Great sword. Armor class 18 on the blaster. That's a hit for 17. Miss and miss.
Ivan will scoot on over to this corner, still in the altitude, so that way I'll be counterspell range. Bonus action, attack the champion with the spiritual weapon that's already up.
Okay.
21 for
That's a hit. No.
standard action.
So you want to take 33 damage. Yeah.
Oh no. It's only 33.
It's only 33. Okay.
he's used 3 of those already, right? Or am I?
He has
2.
He's used one so
Ivan
far.
will actually like float
Oh,
down
only
just
one.
5 feet to 45.
Oh yeah, he didn't use it, so yeah, just
Okay, at the end of Ivan's turn, the dragon will go. Try and smash you, Ivan. 26. You're still.
Shield
you're not
again!
You're not shield. You shield again?
Yeah, it ends on the start of my turn, right?
Yep. You want to do another shield?
Yep.
All right. Then the champion's turn. There by Roban. Multi-attacking. First one. Were you reckless, Roban?
yes, sir.
25. 4. He's way down on hit points, so only 17. Then miss. And then miss. 1 hit for 17 before it have. Then the dragon's turn. Recharge on his breath weapon. No recharge. Multi-attacking. Frightful
Would've been
presence. Everyone probably in the gardens. Everyone within 120 feet. 19 wisdom save or be frightened for.
Well, I'll use my inspiration.
I'm gonna have to try a hero point.
Oh, I still it's is it a 19?
It's a 19.
Oh, I got bless.
Oh,
So that's a 14. So I need a 5 or better on my hero point, and I'm
Or better.
feared.
So the
Am I
fear
feared?
symbol is
Ooh, I made it.
this broken-hearted thing. Take off your inspiration. So that little broken heart, look at it. Everyone look at Roban. That's fear. Okay.
All good.
So if you're afraid, the condition of fear is you cannot move closer to the dragon, and you have disadvantage on checks and attacks when you see them. Okay, that was his frightful presence. Its attack is frightful. It's going to fly down to an altitude of 10 feet, and you'll be able to. Moose there provoking Ivan.
I've used my
Oh, use
reaction.
your shield, yeah.
Angrily try and kick him.
Down to an altitude.
Well, come here, Mr. Dragon.
About half his movement. So okay, so he's going to come to there. He'll bite at Alaron.
All right.
31 Alaron.
Yep. Nothing I can do about that.
41 piercing and 26 poison.
So 13 becomes 54. Got it.
You concentrate in it. Claw attack is a 20.
Miss.
Claw attack is a 23.
Shield. Miss. I used my free shield.
Free shield. Okay, then he's going to keep flying. Back up. It's 45, so he flies to there. He's done. Then we got the champions going.
So this champion's within 10 feet, and the way I read it, it didn't look like it required a reaction for me to do that stone lethargy thing. So I'm just going to do it on the start of his turn because it just says when a creature the construct can see starts its turn within 10 feet of the construct can force it to make a wisdom saving throw. Might as well do it on all of them. So wisdom saving throw against my save DC of or no reactions and speed is halved.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay, so here's his wisdom saving throw. Can't use reactions. Speed is half. Let's try his next turn. Okay, so no reactions and speed half. So I already got reactions marked off. Close on the construct and attack. Attacking greatsword. 15 and greatsword. 23, 27 slashing. That's done. Next champion. Also got to make the save. Save of nope, failed it. So he's got no reactions. He's going to move to there.
Yeah, dead.
So he moved 1. Arcanoloth's turn.
Not concentrating anymore.
Arcanoloth is going to go ahead and cast Hold Monster. Anyone want to counter that? Arcanoloth casting Hold Monster at 5th level on Roban. 17 Wisdom save, Roban.
Oh, I'm good at these.
You got it, dude.
Do your bless. You have no hero points left, do you?
Oh, wait, what? Let me see if my Flash of Inspiration's within range. I don't think it is. I think I'm double check it. Or Flash of Genius. No, it's 30 feet. I'm over 30 feet away.
All right, I'm helped.
Okay, so put Paralyzed on Roban. That's like the lock or something. And that dies. Got straight on that. He's done. That's the end of the round. The Armillary Sphere is swirling around. Lightning shoots out at Alaron. Alaron, you got you got a dex saving throw to make. DC is 17 dex save or 56 points of lightning. 17 dex save or half.
Fuck.
Don't think it matters, does it?
Let's see. Hold on a second. Just take that. Probably not going to matter. No, not at 12 hit points. All right, so that will trigger my Death Ward.
Okay.
I'll do 1 hit point.
Into that round. That round's over. Roban, your turn. Get a save and throw. DC on that was 19. Nope. Okay. Roban casts. Oh no, after Roban the dragon. We'll do the roots go away. And instead, 19 wisdom save to negate being charmed.
I believe I have advantage against this.
You're part elf, you do?
Because I'm an elfie. And you said the DC was 19.
19.
Got one of those left. See what happens with advantage. Made it.
No problem. That was into Roban's turn. Cass, your turn.
I'm going to cast a level 5 fireball on the drag. 35, 7,
6, 41.
41 damage.
41.
Yes.
Dex save and 20 damage.
And then mark that off so I don't forget that I burned my 5th level spot. And then I'll have first the bottom one go against this guy. 29 for 10 and push him 5 feet. Or no, I think actually it's 19 for 10 since he's right next to him.
Can you not push him back?
Well, then my other guy has disadvantage on it. Is there a reason you don't want me to push him back?
Keep pushing him. I won't get to him and hit him this turn.
Oh, would you have been able to otherwise? Well, I don't have to push him back. I was just asking for a reason not to. And then the second guy is going to crit.
That finishes him.
Yeah. Sorry, you can't get to him.
All right. What else, Cass?
All right. I honestly thought you would have been attacking the dragon, so my bad.
No, because that guy is going to kill them, and that gives them disadvantage. So might as well just take him out, and then I'll be able to attack the dragon starting next turn. I'm done.
All done, Cass? Okay, after Cass, the dragon's turn. He will cast a spell that you guys are going to want to counter, I think.
Is it the dragon's turn or his
legendary? Lets him cast a spell. It's going to do Disintegrate on Alaron. Anyone want to counter that?
I used my reaction for shield spell, so I don't have one.
I also did, and I'm too far.
Okay, so he's got a hit with the Disintegrate. What's Disintegrate?
Nope. Dex save.
Oh, but you got to use your reaction to make it, or use your ring to make it. Disintegrate. Dex save DC 19.
Hey, well, I am out of inspiration, out of hero points, and shit out of luck. All right, I'm disintegrated.
Don't you have your ring?
Takes reaction.
Oh, you don't have a reaction?
Nope. Use it for shield spell.
Oh, okay. Alaron disintegrated. Dragon's done. After cast, Root, your turn.
This guy next to me is blinded,
He is blinded.
right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm moving a little bit further down out of counterspell range, and then I'm going to smack Roban with a 5th level Dispel Magic.
Ooh, nice. Okay, Roban, you're no longer paralyzed.
I've had saves on the frightened, or am I just frightened forever?
The frightened. Repeat end on. Yeah, you get to repeat it at the end of every your turn. So you had one check, one more DC 19 wisdom save. No longer held. Nicely done, Root. After Root, Marathel. Oh wait. After Root, the dragon's got all he's got is these. He'll use detect. So Marathel.
Right, I'll move 55 to here with my sled. I'll fly up to wherever he's at.
He's at 50 feet. No, 45 feet is his base.
45 there.
So if you're at 40 or higher, you can hit it.
And I'll go ahead and use my my divinity to give myself advantage on him to channel Vow of Enmity, and then I will pull out my weapon and try to hit him here. See if I can do hitting. That's a 31.
That's a hit.
I still have this going, so let me put that on it. I'm going to use a 4th level Divine Smite. So 4th level is what is that? 11, 16, 23, 36, 46 points of damage on that, and then I will try to hit him once more. 24.
That's a hit.
Fuck it, you gotta use it now. So we're going to put this on it. I'm going to use another 4th level Divine Smite.
Okay.
So that's 20, 29. That's a really bad roll. 34, 38, 48 points of damage. Can move just a little bit more. So I'm going to move to here. And I'll be all done.
At the end of your turn, he will try to claw you. 32 for 29 slashing. Then Aileron's out. Then Champion's turn, following after attacking. Greatsword. That's a miss.
Let's move. Oh, that minimized it. Move down a square. My Wand of Binding isn't giving me the tooltip for the spell. His Hold Monster, is that like a standard? Like
Hold monster is 90 feet.
let's try casting on the dragon.
All right.
Just burn through
17
the
wisdom
resistance.
save.
Bonus action, I'll get some spell slot.
Okay. After Ivan, the dragon slash at Marithel with a tail. 18 is a miss. It's turn Champion's turn. Champion was almost going to get Roban paralyzed, but instead has to crits for, he's less than half, so it's only a 22 slashing Roban, and then hit for 15 slashing, and then crit for 29 slashing. Champion's done. Recharging on the dragon's breath weapon. Do a bite on 23 for 38 piercing and 21 poison.
Yeah, I'm down.
Do you have Death Ward?
Oh, shit. I do. I'm
I think
not
everyone
down.
does, yeah. Then it'll claw Marithel.
No, I'm down.
And then
I'll take a death save as I fall. I'll take a death saving. I'll fail a death check as I
Are
fall.
you
as you
under
fall.
blood?
I thought the source sled floats down. Maybe not.
Do I fall, Tom? I don't know.
3, 6. The dragon descends and flies down into the cave. So he's in the cave now. So the dragon's there in the cave, no longer flying. He came down to ground level. Dragon's done. Champion's turn. Champion's going to go up after Roban. 6. Double move to there. Then the other champion's going to double moves to there. And his champion is by. Okay, then he did the hold person. He's going to do.
Hey, Josh, bud, could you mute or turn the TV down? So
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I didn't know.
it's all good.
Yeah,
Keeps
my
coming through.
kids is. Yeah, I can turn that off. Hold on.
He's going to hit Root and only Root with a fireball. So Root, here comes fireball at 3rd level. You get 43 fire damage on it.
Yeah.
Roll a lot of 6s.
Oh shit.
43 fire, Root. 17 dex save for half.
5 off of max. That's a huge roll.
Okay, Root, so you take 43 fire. Doesn't look like you're concentrating on anything. And the end of the round, the armillary sphere spinning around. You got 45 feet up to Ivan. Armillary sphere actually shoots at this champion north of you, Root. So the champion's got dex save. She fails, and he has no indomitable left. So he takes 54 lightning.
Support that.
You support that. And that is it for the armillary sphere. Your turn, Roban.
I'm assuming my fright, since I can't see the dragon anymore.
I think you can see him still. It's just in the cave there. So reckless to be straight up if you want to attack straight up.
No. I'm going to bonus action activate my Boots of Speed.
Nice. Now you can't move closer to the dragon.
Okay.
Can't move
Alright.
radio.
I guess I will. I won't activate my boots. I will do a normal attack. Now let's do reckless. Top right, normal non-power attack. 31 for 14 on it. Hold on.
It's 24, but
Yeah.
14, got it.
Second attack, 20.
17 is your final answer. You're blessed still?
Oh, still blessed.
Because you're pushing heroes and that's a hit.
Okay. Since I didn't, I still have my bonus, so I will.
Good bless roll. 18 is a hit.
For 25.
All right. After Roban's turn, the dragon will use his move. He's already did his spell. Oh, that's starting to run. Okay, the dragon closes the dragon shard and touches it. Flash of light. The dragon disappears, leaving you guys to wipe up these champions, which are no match for you. So you're able to take them down. Well, let's see if that Arcanoloth can get away first. Roban was done. Cass, your turn.
Okay, so action. Get on my source sled and move 60 feet down there. And then bonus action. I'll have both of my Eldritch Force Ballistas target the Arcanoloth. First one was 25 for 11. Second one is only 15 for 9.
15 is a miss. After Cass, Root.
Can I see Marithel from where I'm situated?
Yeah, Marithel's in range. 60 feet away.
Yeah, is the Arcanoloth 65 feet away as I counted, or?
Is he? He might be. That's
I
close.
think that's far.
You are 65 feet away from him.
Okay, perfect.
Calculated.
Here's for Marithel. Not he. Yeah, there it is.
70 hit points back, Marithel.
Holy
Wait,
shit.
heal is ranged? I
Yeah.
thought it was touch.
Oh no, it's range. It's awesome.
I'm using it wrong the
what else,
entire
Root?
time?
That'll do.
After Root, Marathil, your turn.
Oh, sorry. Did I miss something and someone give me 5 hit points or no?
No,
I
you're
think
at
I
0.
just forgot to.
Yeah, you're at
Yeah,
0.
I just forgot to take them off. All right. Let me go over here.
Bert gave you 70.
And so the dragon is how far?
You're looking
How
around.
far?
You don't know where the dragon went. You were unconscious while it
shit,
disappeared.
What happened? Okie dokie. Well, I'm gonna lucky root. I can get over here and try to help him out. So the one that is within the helping range, I'll try to help them to some of this. And that's a 23. And let's do a second level 15, 24. See if we
24,
can
got it.
help him some more.
That's a hit.
Do another second level. See, 19, 29, 36.
36. Got it.
And
So Root,
then,
you grant disadvantage on all attacks against you, right?
What? Oh.
Root's got foresight, so.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna
double
use
check.
my. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm gonna use my my bonus action with the scimitar to come back around and try to hit this guy one last time.
He's
I
blinded.
don't.
He's
Oh
blinded.
shit. Well then, I'll just do this.
Down he goes. Yeah, you had to, even though you had 1 hit point.
Right. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose my card.
No, not when you're 17th level. You wanna
Right. I
turn
mean,
into a
I've
fighter
got all
then.
this. I've got all this time in. All right, Barathil's finished.
All right, Ivan.
Is the Arcanoloth, is it a humanoid?
No,
It's
you're
a
probably
fiend.
thinking
No.
it's a fiend.
Move over here. Let's Toll the Dead on it.
Got it. 34 points of necrotic damage.
Yep.
Okay, that wounded it badly. After Ivan, some champions going. Got the one fight in Roban. 6. He doesn't provoke yet because he's still in range. That was 6, actually. 7 provoking. 29 for 14. 8, 9, 10. Oh, he looks at that armillary sphere. 11, 12, backs up. Then the next champion's going. This one's going to move 1, 2, provoking route, running towards the cave. Then the Arcanoloth. I haven't got close. Doesn't like it. Arcanoloth tries to back away. 6. Then from there does Dimension Door. Counter that, anyone? Might be. I don't know. I didn't count it.
Or
Ooh, 5 feet out.
I'll subtle counter at 4th.
But you're 5 feet out of.
Oh.
Okay, so he Dimension Doors into the cave. Boom. Dimension Door you don't have to see, right?
You don't.
You don't
Spot
have to see where you're
right.
going.
Okay, so he's gonna go right to the thing. Poof. And then you guys chase down the rest of the champions before they can get away.
Want to take at least one of them prisoner?
Okay,
Yes.
got it. Once the dragon escapes, and then the Laxoria escapes, the half-dragons try to escape, but you capture them. They try to fight to the death, but you knock them out at the end, one of them at least. Wurnim shuts down the villa defenses. The armillary sphere whirls down to a stop, and you guys are victorious. The prince reduces his asking price for the location of the Creation Forge to 20,000 gold, just barely enough to help all the refugees, and sends his own troops to join the armies of the other 5 nations. Prince Orgev reveals that the secret house Kenneth facility, the Life Spark Foundry, is located in the Contermonious Cradle, a vast cavern. You guys are victorious. Now you have discovered that the chamber has joined the fray. So, those of you with some training in Arcana know that the chamber is a cabal of dragons that has monitored Corvair for thousands of years. They treat humanoids like pawns. They exploit illusion magic and humanoid agents to infiltrate power structures of the 5 nations. They report back to their masters in Argonessa. Above all, they're charged with stopping any creature that seeks to use the prophecy, draconic prophecy, for its own ends, which is you guys. The dragons of the chamber are powerful and intelligent, yet they're loosely organized and prone to the same weaknesses as other mortals: greed, pride, and envy. They aren't bound by the alignments attributed to the colors of their scales. Good red dragons are as common as evil gold, but in general they tend toward neutrality. And that is the end. So now you have these guys coming against you. You know where the house Kenneth Creation Forge is, so you'll be heading there next and trying to beat the dragons to get that. You have to true resurrect for
Wish.
for disintegrate?
True res or wish.
All right.
There's nobody.
Well,
25,000 in diamonds for a true resurrection.
scrape together your shared funds.
I have
Only if he becomes a healer.
4,658 to donate to the cause.
Is that what the Eberron documents say? That we can even get true res? Like it's not the same as AL?
I have
We can
true
look it up.
res.
Yeah, we can look
Yeah.
it up.
I have true res. I can cast it, but
Oh, nice.
I'm saying it might be cheaper to not
Oh,
have
yeah,
you
that's
cast
true.
it.
Root's a real spellcaster.
Yeah.
Not like you guys that just have 9th level slots. Root actually has 9th level spells.
I don't even have 9th level slots.
No. Let's see. Let me find the adventure. So it was funny how you guys went around this adventure. I wouldn't expect it any other way, but the adventure just assumes that you go in your room and you spend the night in there, and then all this stuff happens and you come out of your rooms and find the dead body. But
Oh,
you guys were like, no, we're just going to start investigating right now. It's kind of funny to assume that a party of 17th level characters wouldn't do such a thing.
Right.
Yeah, we're just going to go to sleep. Oh, we don't care that he's all by himself in the other room. That should be okay. Okay, so you gain the level. You gain the 1200 from King Borinel. Let's see here. You got a +2 greatsword from one of the champions. The shield, Ring of Mind Shielding got away with the dragon. The bracers got away with the Arcanoloth. The crystal ball of telepathy is in the grotto still, so you get that. 1,200 in gems and jewelry, so you got 2,400 each times 6. That's already a large portion of what you need.
Is the king willing to kick that in for us?
I don't think I can. He's already giving you all the. Y'all got a potion of heroism if you haven't used. Oh, take a potion of heroism. The one you were given, you don't keep unless you take it from the list of treasures here. You got the pipes of the sewers. More gold if you don't want any of the magic items, or the magic items except for the ring and the bracers. Green in Tooth and Claw. The green dragon Vindicel escaped. Surely it won't be long before he returns to enact his terrible revenge. You expose Vindicel's corruption and earn the gratitude of Prince Orgev. Prince sends new sire soldiers to join the attack on the.
Here it is. I knew it was different.
I think it only costs 200 gold in Eberron.
Yeah.
No, so basically, if a character does not have that, of course, it's saying 500 gold. But if the character does not have the gold, a character can still be raised, though they receive no rewards, wealth, magic items, etc. for that adventure. The player may choose to have their character gain a level or not. At their discretion, a character that dies during the adventure should still receive any legacy events.
Okay, so it's just no rewards for Alaron, which is
You have to have how much? Well, because you have to have how much gold?
25,000.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, Alaron would have given all his gold to raise himself either way.
Right. He might as well.
Might as well do no
just
rewards.
Pass on the rewards. Yeah.
Unless you really badly wanted that +2 greatsword.
Or the crystal ball.
Or the crystal,
Right.
or the pipes of the sewers.
Oh, damn! I need that.
Cool. So no rewards, still gain a level, still gain the legacy events.
Yep, and they true resurrect you back from ashes.
Woot woot.
So the dragon, I was
Phoenix,
using the, what's it? It's like Glyphy Cat or something like that. He's got stuff for legendary. So like the legendary creatures can do a legendary action after every character's turn. So the number they have varies by how many people are in the party.
Nice.
And it's a lot easier to run. You don't have to keep track of how many you've used and when you used them or anything like that. You just always do one after.
What was he down to like half? Is that what triggered him to run?
Yeah, he was below half hit points. And it's funny. I mean, like Dave wrote an article about this, right? But the same thing happened with the first hag in Wild Beyond the Witchlight. For monsters to successfully flee, they have to be overwhelmingly more powerful than you. It's like
Right.
it's like they can't get away unless they're just trouncing you, and then
In which case, it doesn't make a lot of sense for them to run away.
Right. But I mean, I think you guys could have killed him still, even though he was trouncing you. I mean, you could have easily. It could have turned south for him in a real hurry, and he's in no hurry to die. So might as well just leave and come back at a safer.
And now that I know heal is range,
A heal spell's pretty nice. And
Oh,
now
God,
you guys are going to
skipper.
be 18th level and actually have 9th level spells, right?
That's
All right. Night, guys. Thanks, Tom.